Middays without Marks for one more day. Alongside Sean Brace, I'm Ray Dunn, taking you through Middays with Marks today. Johnny will be back on Monday from the trip down to Disney. Sean Brace, you all set up? You all good over there? How you doing?
It's like a NASCAR, not a garage, but pit.
Yeah.
Pit stop
tire change a little bit. Yeah.
I just ran over here. I'm shifting chairs. I'm getting a mic in front of me, saying goodbye to Amy and John Kincade, who's heading to St. Lucia.
Yes.
I hear it's beautiful this time.
Lovely this time of year, so I've heard.
Good grief.
I'm headed to Birmingham, Alabama after the show. Lovely this time of year as well.
I'm heading to Xfinity Mobile Arena for the Wings tonight.
Even more lovely this time of year.
Beautiful. Down there tonight. Yes, let's go.
Oh, man. It is, I will say, remember I said the other day, I have a rule, if your name's not on the show, you just kind of let go with the flow.
Yeah.
That break at the end of the hour, switching between shows, is quick. Very fast.
It is.
Very fast to get us
I didn't know that.
in and out of change here. Yeah,
right.
yeah.
I like that.
I just know because the television stars that come after us have to get themselves all set up.
Sure.
And it's always a race to make sure that they are all ready to grace the NBC Sports Philadelphia scene. They have to make sure they're all put together. Bill's got to move the hair around so if they go with the overhead shot, they don't get too much of the reflection.
I don't have much of a comment as a ball guy.
That's all right. Yep. You gave up, though. Yeah. Patricia Caputo, producer the program. What's up, Trish?
He wears a hat, though. See, you don't even know you're bald, Sean, if you don't say anything.
I appreciate that, Trish. Thank you.
I wouldn't have taken a shot at Bill if he didn't demand an apology from me last night, immediately following the release of the team report cards that came out in the NFL. We'll get to that, and I know stuff. He's got his own problems going with the morning show right now. We're going to get into that, some Eagles conversation from the Combine out in Indianapolis. There is our obligatory A.J. Brown segment coming up. We're doing that one in the 11 o'clock hour today. We'll get into that around 11:30 because there's a lot to get into there. 76ers, big win last night. We'll get into that as well. But we've got an anniversary coming up tomorrow. A pretty important one when it comes to the context of the conversation we have with the Phillies. We are more than halfway through the Harper contract.
Whoa, I was going to say, it's not my anniversary.
Not your anniversary. I don't know, actually.
That's 3/11/17. Real easy to remember.
3/11/17, yeah.
Yes, I'm a huge 3/11 fan, too. It happened by chance.
By chance,
swear to you. Yes.
I did have, in college, me and a couple of my roommates all had each other's anniversaries in the calendar as a way that none of us would ever forget.
What the hell was your anniversary?
Oh, when we were in relationships.
Oh.
Yeah, hey, man, I was looking at Saturday.
You
got
birthday.
something. No.
You mean actual anniversaries for girlfriends?
Yeah, hey, man,
wow.
you
had a girlfriend.
I did at one point. Yeah. That did happen.
I didn't know that either.
I was in a house with 6 dudes. 5 of us were in relationships. Wow. You want to guess how many of them survived college?
I'm going to say 0 for 5.
1 for 5. Hey, shout out to Zach and Emily celebrating, I believe, Emily's birthday this weekend down in New Orleans. Good shout out to them.
My aunt and uncle are celebrating their 50th wedding anniversary.
Wow.
Coming up in April. They're doing a big party, which is great. Unfortunately, I can't make it. But I said it to my mother yesterday or 2 days ago. I go, unfortunately, I can't make it. I'll tell you what, you're not going to see many of those in the future. God bless you.
Yeah,
all right?
50 years.
Hold strong, people. Hold strong.
So the anniversary I was getting to was what would be now 7 years of an anniversary of us getting the news that Bryce Harper had reached an agreement with the Philadelphia Phillies.
Amazing.
Where were you when?
Yeah, I was going to say, take me back to those days. Again, give me the date one more time, Ray.
February 28th, 2019.
All right, so we're pre-pandemic.
Yes.
Pandemic happened
2020.
The following March when I had my Dayton ticket and they were going to win it all, but that's another story for another time.
That's brutal.
Yeah, 2019. Actually, 2019 was the year that I had started doing some new stuff in my career, so that really took a hold of everything. But I just remember the Harper news because it was between, again, take me back. It was between who else? Who else were the other teams? Because the
Dodgers were in there. They were talking. I watched the intro presser again last night. They're asking if we want to take in the shorter-term deal. Imagine that. The Dodgers throwing a lot of money around on a short-term deal. Things have changed so much in 7 years.
I remember there was a report from the Nationals. They offered him I
think it was 10 for 300, but they had deferred money in there all the way until he was 65.
Yep.
Yeah.
And who else? There had to be one more. Were the Padres involved?
Well, the Padres signed Machado about a week earlier.
There it was.
And then it was like, all right, if you don't get Harper, you've swung and missed on the stupid money offseason.
Correct. Yep, exactly. And remember, that was the Of course, the image of the construction worker down at Citizens Bank
That's
Park
right.
giving, him
Machado a little, hey, this is what it's like around here.
Yeah, they got that one right. Even though Machado's playing well for San Diego.
Right.
Give him some credit.
Yeah, he's played well for San
But
Diego.
would he have fit in here? Who knows? Harper is definitely fitting this town, this city, this vibe more than anything. We can agree on that. Yeah, man, that was a huge get because I know that there were plenty of people, as we often do, have with these conversations, Ray, that say, it ain't happening. Harper's not coming to Philadelphia. What? He's going to the Yankees. He's a Dodger. He's going to the big name clubs. He's not going to Philadelphia. You know what the joke is? Being with, another radio station that deals with music. The inside joke between the artists out there, and I don't want to hurt people's feelings, but they look at Philadelphia as the pit stop between DC and NYC. That's the inside joke. That's what they say.
Right.
And, I don't agree with that, of course.
No.
But that's what oh, yeah, we got to go to Philadelphia. We need to make a pit stop before we go to NYC. Yeah, whatever. They get Harper.
Right.
Unbelievable deal. We know what he brings. The funny thing is, Ray, I didn't think he was going to have the emotional connection immediately to this city. And I remember saying that it was kind of fake and forced for a long time. He proved me wrong on that.
You listen to that intro presser, you're like, wow, this guy is trying very, very hard to garner any sort of support. He just turned his back on the team that had drafted him. He was making his way up from D.C. to Philadelphia, and all those Nationals fans felt a certain type of way about it. But I went back yesterday and last night because I looked at, hey, Saturday is the anniversary of it. You'll be on the air tomorrow for the anniversary of it, of when the news came down.
We're going to do 3 hours tomorrow on Bryce Harper.
Of
signing.
A party.
Yes.
Signing Harper. You could just play the NBC Sports Philadelphia special that every time there's a rain delay for about 6 years we watch.
That's it. If you got to take on Bryce Harper, it's Bryce Harper Radio tomorrow here on 97.5 The Fanatic 10-1.
It's Bryce Harper Radio. Open up this one.
Nice.
So I want to ask the question for you because we've had a lot of conversation about him and about where this team's headed and where this team's been with Bryce Harper. We're 7 years into this. It's a 13-year deal. I can't believe we're halfway through it, more than halfway through it at this point. And how would you grade it through this point? If you had to give it a letter grade for the first 7 years of it? Obviously, it's incomplete, so please spare me. I know that there's going to be I give him an incomplete because I have to see what happens. Have an opinion today on the first 7 years of the Bryce Harper era. If you had to give the era a grade right now, a midterm grade for the Bryce Harper era in Philadelphia at 610-632-0975, how would you grade what we've seen from the Harper era in Philadelphia?
I'm going A. I'm going A. I'm not here to say, okay, you could throw the no championship in my face.
Right.
But you think about the drought, the playoff drought that this team was in, and it's no shock that things started to change after he was signed. The players that were able to come here, the shift from ownership. John Middleton is on record. I know we have plenty of cuts about that. Dombrowski was a huge piece to that. I think he came in 21, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah. That's right after the pandemic.
Look, everything started working there. Don't get me wrong, but I'm going to give it an A. I think Bryce Harper has lived up to the billing. Did he have a somewhat down season last year? Of course, I know that's, we talk about that 261 average a lot. We talk about the postseason struggles, but this team made a World Series when they had no shot, no business doing, with 87 wins that year. Again, there's more to being a franchise player than just what you do on the field. It's the reality of that contract. You have to go out there and get the players. You have to bring it every single day. You got to walk that fine line. He doesn't do anything stupid. You might not like his TikToks and you might not like that silly mustache. But other than that, Bryce Harper has delivered. So if you're asking me to give a grade right here, right now, sure, I could give you a B. We didn't win a championship. Got to a World Series. Tough loss in that one. I'll take the A.
And I want to clarify, because Neil in the YouTube chat's asking, are we grading Harper in Philly or the Phillies while Harper was here? It's what Harper brought to this organization, the Harper era. He is the face of this franchise. He is obviously the driving force of what the last 7 years have been.
Yep.
So I'm not asking you to grade what Dombrowski's done. You're grading Harper and the Harper era specifically. I'm not asking you to grade what Kincade did at the beginning there. I'm not asking you to grade Gabe Kapler. I'm not asking you to grade Joe Girardi. I'm not asking you to grade Rob Thompson. I would love to see some of the grades for the people that I just threw out there, but specifically looking at Bryce Harper. And that's why right now I sit on the fringes of the B plus A minus area for this. I'm a little bit lower than you because the championship still does matter quite a bit to me. The issue is, I think I had this conversation. I like to, sometimes when I'm having these ideas for topics, my old roommate, one of my best friends in the world, he is a massive.
The married one?
The one that's getting married.
Oh.
Getting married.
Zach.
Engaged. Yeah.
Congratulations, Zach.
Where were you for this conversation?
You just said Zach was the guy.
Oh, no, different Zach. But yes, I have two Zachs that are former roommates.
I was like, Zach's in New Orleans giving you Phillies advice?
No, I did. Last night I saw that Zach touchdown in New Orleans. I just sent him like 6 recommendations. I was like, I'm so jealous of you right now.
The
Enjoy
ladies, if you're listening and you find a man on Bumble or whatever, app that you use out there, his name is Zach. He's a keeper.
Yeah, for both those guys. One's got a fantastic fiance, one's got a wonderful girlfriend that wants to be a fiance quite a bit. But this one, talking specifically about the one that's engaged, I was talking to him about this yesterday. I'm like, all right, what would you grade him? He's like, I think I would go B+. He's like, I haven't seen them get the championship yet. And I think that's something that you expected when he signed. And I was trying to get back in that mindset of when he signed in 2019 of like, where would this team have gone? They had 3 years without the postseason to start the Harper era. And that could also be a testament to where the Phillies were as an organization. Did they get the influx of young talent that you would think they should have to go around him to begin? The moves that they made to surround him with pieces early on in his time in Philadelphia, were all those pieces the right fit? Were they able to then get a better influx of talent coming into 2022, and that led to where they went? Did they have the wrong coaching? So I look around at all this, and I hear what he said with B+, but I kind of come close to you with the A-, where it's like the one thing that's missing from Bryce Harper in Philadelphia is the championship. And it's interesting, though, because I mentioned those people that say it's incomplete, and it's an A- right now. And it's a question of whether it's going to end up dropping to a B+ when we get through 13 years. And it was like, yeah, we had a really, really nice run there. He's given you probably the third best era in team's history. Like you go through 07 to 11, that was golden era. You go back to late 70s, early 80s, that's another golden era for this organization. And then there's a reason why they're the losingest team in North America history. Like they're just, we know what the Phillies are. You've lived in this town. You've watched them. Outside of those two tremendous runs, it's been a lot of losses in between there. So he's given you the third best era in team history.
I was at the game when they lost 10,000 back in 07.
How fun was that?
Oh, it was great.
Great.
Yeah.
That peak Philadelphia cynicism.
I mean, but 07 was a fun season.
Yeah.
06, 07.
Right.
A lot of fun stuff on the timeline from Clearwater, spring training.
The throwback stuff.
Yeah.
You saw that video with the Breu talking about 04.
That, and then I saw Randy. Oh, by the way, Jason Stark.
Randy Wolf.
Somebody needed to give Jason Stark a bath, dude. The way he was pumping up that team. Wow. I mean, I love Stark, and he'll give you stats to make you believe. But I was like, wait a minute. I don't remember that team being that good. That video was hysterical. But the other one I saw the other day was Randy Wolf. And with Randy Wolf on the timeline, always fun to go back to those days, But you're right. Look, when you start to talk about Harper, immediately for the people that want to be down as much as possible on this era, and again, if you're realistic about it, I don't think you can only be so down. Ultimately, they didn't get a championship, but did make a World Series. We know that. He has backed it up with his play on the field. 2021 National League MVP. He was the NLCS MVP as well. This dude has battled through injuries. He has shifted positions. He has played the first base position at a Gold Glove caliber level. This dude backs it up and then some.
Well, let me take you to the other side for the people that are listening, because I'm not on this side, but when I hear you giving those arguments, I can hear the counter arguments already coming out.
What?
Well, him battling through injuries with full health, if he's healthy at the end of the 2024 season, is that different for him? Does he end up having a better second half of that 2024 season? Do they end up doing something different in the postseason? 2025, if he's battling through injury. If he's healthy through some of these seasons, do you feel better about the position they're in later in the season?
So we're holding the fact that he got injured against them?
In town, we've held it against different athletes when they get injured and they can't stay healthy. I'm just saying, that's the other side of this.
Bob Cooney just joined us last week saying you can't.
You can't. I agree with that.
Okay.
I'm telling you, I'm taking the side of someone that would be having
Cooney says it, I'm listening.
Well, yeah, trust me, man. If Bob Cooney's saying it, I'm listening. Or if you want to go down the path of he took over first base, would they have been a better place to go out and sign an impact free agent if he went back to the outfield? Like, that's the other side of this. I'm with you. I'm an A- man Okay, the one thing that doesn't
don't
make
be
this
so hard on yourself. You're an A+ guy.
Oh yeah, well no. If we're grading me, the Ray Dunn era of things, I'm a C at best. All right, I'm more than average.
Ooh, now this is going to open up a nice can of worms here.
Nope.
The Bill Colorado era here at 97.
The Harper era is an A-. A- for me.
Love it.
I can't give it without the title. I'm not going the full A. But I mean, he's right there. He's right on the cusp of it, and I have to give him the A- because I think the way I would grade other players in town, their respective era, their respective time with their team, I would probably have to say, all right, if I don't give Harper an A-type grade, where are we going with some of these other guys? He's giving you an MVP. He's one of the best postseason performers in all of postseason history. If you look just strictly numerically, what he was able to do for you. You mentioned the NLCS MVP. You mentioned the pennant. This is the third best stretch in the franchise's history, and we know what this franchise has been. We know where they were. Him coming to Philadelphia legitimizes this entire 2020s. Like that's a fact of what he was able to do when he gets here, and it gives you a whole new world. Hoskins was a nice player. Hoskins wasn't the one that was going to. He could be a good locker room presence. He could be a guy that hit your 30 home runs. Harper coming here was like, all right, you got real superstar cachet in that locker room now, in that clubhouse now.
I think you just nailed it. You're right. Like the fact that this team has had the success that they've had since the 2020s, it's no surprise that he is the main reason why, right? We can't look at management. Like, come on, no one's trying to sit here and say that they were, that juggernaut of a team when they went to the World Series because of Topper, right? I mean, with all love and respect, right? Girardi got canned. We understand what took place there. Ultimately, I would just say the championship is the championship, understood. But if we put that to the side, this guy has done everything possible in his power to bring this team, this franchise to new heights. And you talk about, again, we don't know, would Trey Turner have come here if he was not in a Phillies uniform? No. Schwarber, does he even resign? Like, the waterfall effect goes on and on and on. So, and he continues to pound the pavement for all things Philadelphia, including in the podcast with Bussin' with the Boys. Yeah. I mean, he was waxing poetic about Philadelphia.
Let's listen to a little bit of waxing poetic, because I went back and listened to the intro presser. There were a couple of fun things, and it's almost a funny listen, because anytime you listen to something, nothing ages perfectly if you have 40 minutes of audio. So I'd love to give you the introduction. This is Tom McCarthy introducing Bryce Harper to the Philadelphia crowd down there in Clearwater. Here is how this presser pretty much got kicked off.
On behalf of the Philadelphia Phillies organization and our extended family here in Clearwater, Florida, I would like to welcome everyone to Spectrum Field. Now, before we advance to our opening statement and questions, we would like to introduce some of the special folks who are with us on this great afternoon. Included on that list are Bryce's mom and dad, Sherry and Ron, who are here, as well as Bryce's wife, Kayla. Guys, I know you've already been welcomed over and over again, but let me add our wholehearted welcome to the great city of Philadelphia and the Phillies family.
So there's a later piece of this intro where he goes through and compares it to other other acquisitions in Philadelphia history. He does the Steve Carlton, Pete Rose. He does Jim Thome. He does Cliff Lee, Roy Halladay. And then you can tell the organization got to him and said, get people excited for this season. Because then he goes in and compares it to Gene Segura, David Robertson, Andrew McCutchen, all the acquisitions they made pretty much within the last 12 months to get them excited for the season, which was fun to listen back to. Robertson, of course, first of 3 times he'd be acquired from the Phillies. But
he's made a nice deal with being a Phillies player. The one thing that stood out to me, Ray, real quick, no mention of the 4 kids. They weren't born yet.
Yeah, because that's what he wanted to come here and build a family.
How about that? Crew was born in 2019. Hayes is 3. He's got daughters, Brooklyn Elizabeth and Cameron Ray. They got 4 kids. Did not know that.
Yeah. All right. 4 kids within the 7 years of him being here.
That's what Philly will do to you.
Yeah. I want to start a family. And Philadelphia's family, according to Bryce Harper in his intro.
How about that? Visit Philly. Are they listening? Visit Philly.com. Put this on a billboard. Let's go.
Here's Harper from his intro presser.
It's good to feel wanted. It's good to feel wanted by the Phillies organization, by the fan base, by the city as well. And, I love my family very much. And, Philly is going to be part of that family for a very long time. Also, I'd like to thank Mr. and Mrs. Middleton from the moment that we had dinner together and talked. It felt right. It felt like a home. It felt like somewhere I could be for a long time, and that was important to me.
Sounds so much younger, by the way.
Yeah, a little bit.
Sounds so much younger. Like, I get it. He's in his mid-20s. He was, oh, my God, like my age when he signed this contract.
He's 32 now, right?
Yeah. So he was like 25?
Yeah.
7 years ago?
Yeah, 7 years ago, yeah.
Oh, geez.
There you go.
All right, well, there's
Got
an
some catching up
existential
to do.
crisis to have in the break. But he signs this contract, and, he says all these wonderful things. They have the wonderful intro press. We're going to play for you the three funniest moments I found from it. Listening back to it yesterday. Coming up
Ray
next.
did work. That's all I'm going to tell you. Ray did work.
I enjoy going back to listen to this.
These are some crown jewels coming your way.
But today at 610-632-0975, I want to start it. Tomorrow is the anniversary of Bryce Harper signing with the Philadelphia Phillies, or at least we found out the deal was reached. Of course, here on these airwaves, it was the moment where Natalie breaks in with Mike and Tyrone. They do the Bryce Harper's a Philly, and they had the whole reaction. Like that moment, where one of those "where were you" type of things. I ran out of data science class at Temple.
Wow.
Yeah, I was like, whoa. I was like,
You can't skip data science.
oh, I can, and it shows every single day when I try to do math.
He's a brilliant kid. Did you know? I didn't
He's
know.
here now.
I learned this.
Exactly,
yesterday.
I'm here now.
Yeah. He passed. That's all that matters.
But I'm curious, how would you grade the Bryce Harper era so far in Philadelphia at 610-632-0975? We're going to get to those funny moments from the presser. And also, today, in The Athletic, a profile on one Alec Boehm. I'm more so interested in some of the roster maneuvering that Ken Rosenthal put into that profile about Alec Boehm. We'll talk about that as well coming up. Alongside Sean Brace, I'm Ray Dunn. This is Middays with Marks on 97.5, The Fanatic.
Now on 97.5 The Fanatic Sports Update.
History made. I'm Patricia Caputo with your Fanatic Sports Update. The Sixers defeated the Heat Thursday, 124-117. The win came with the big night from Tyrese Maxey, who scored 28 points and became the franchise's all-time leading three-point scorer made. Here is how it sounded.
Brendan Watford off the drive back to Maxey. This is for the all-time record. It's good. Maxey making it three. Out top. And he now leads the Sixers franchise in all-time three-pointers made. Franchise leader.
The Sixers will have off tonight and Saturday night as they prepare to keep the momentum going and take on the Celtics Sunday in Boston. The Flyers defeated the Rangers 3-2 in overtime Thursday night. The win came with the help of Matvei Michkov, who scored 2 goals, including the game winner. Fly Guys look to keep it rolling against the Bruins at home Saturday night. The Union shut out the Defense Force Thursday night to cap off a 7-0 win. The team will have off Friday and Saturday, but will be back in action Sunday as they head to New York to take on New York City FC. The Phillies will take on both the Marlins and Tigers this afternoon in a split squad game. And according to NFL insider Dianne Rossini, A.J. Brown's agent has met with teams discussing the potential of Brown's departure from Philadelphia. This update is brought to you by TireRack.com. Rain or shine, drive with confidence on Verdesitine tires from Tire Rack. Verdesitine tires deliver precision handling, dependable traction, and quiet comfort. Shipped fast and free with 2 years of free road hazard protection. TireRack.com.
Burning down the house.
That is the wonderful tones of Sean Breaks.
Like that.
Yeah, it's good.
You know, that's something that John...
Just in or did.
I went and pulled some stuff from like 2 weeks ago, and if we just clipped John, that's what he does. He does a lot of that.
Yeah.
And I was trying to put together like a little just
splicing together
a highlight
different
reel of him going to music. It's hysterical.
Yeah, and that's the issue with a rotator that's not. And again, with all due respect to John's taste in music, some of it I really get, some of it I don't.
Sure.
That's the beauty of having your own rotator there, where he's in his like I hear the I just know I'm gonna be I don't. Burning Down the House. This is my intro to Burning Down the House. The last 6 months.
New music to Talking Heads. Your intro to Talking Heads.
Correct. Yes, Talking Heads are usually just what I watch on ESPN.
Ray, life is better with Talking Heads. Trust me, it's one of those bands.
We're talking about the band, right?
Yeah.
Okay. We react to plenty of them.
Not Colin Cowherd and the new AI feature
Dude,
that's
what
available.
in the world? By the way, I meant to send that to Scott because you know Scott's history with Colin Cowherd. Did he ever anticipate when he was working with Colin that Fox Sports would be developing an AI app so that also who's downloading the Colin Cowherd AI app because they need Cowherd's take on it? Yeah,
I could tell you who's going to use it.
Colin Cowherd?
No, well, of course. I'm sure we'll find a way to.
Oh yeah, that's fair.
Cowherd is master class on Philadelphia antics. You can always tell when it's a downtime for him or takes or topics when he comes at Philly because he knows we'll respond.
I just my greatest fear now is that when inevitably the artificial intelligence takes over and the robots are fighting us,
it's coming.
My biggest fear now is going to be dying to the sound of a Colin Cowherd voiced robot.
Sure.
This is where Colin was right, and it's just your death.
Yeah.
It's all right, well, this sucks.
There's another voice that I would imagine that might be programmed that way that could be worse, but still, bottom line is the robots are coming, Ray. Get prepared. Can you take out a robot? If you were one-on-one now?
I could take one. I could take one.
I think I could take out two.
No shot.
What, you mean to tell me a robot's going to grip me up from the back?
Hey, man, whatever you want.
No,
whatever you.
No, I'm not into that. Trust me. However, I'm telling you, I think I could take three robots.
Three? You went from two to three?
Wait a minute. The one was grinding on Cardi B last week and fell over. If we're talking about those robots, I got three easily.
Did you see the one with Kyrie Irving too?
Yes.
About a month ago?
Yeah, they're not up to snuff right now.
That robot might be up to snuff. That robot might have been a little distracted with Cardi B.
Now, I Am Robot, the movie. You're not a movie guy.
No.
Will Smith. Fantastic movie. Great movie. Great movie.
Look at you trying to curry favor with the robots before they take over.
It's a shame that Will Smith slapped Chris Rock because you can't even praise Will Smith anymore. And
you can't?
You can, but
what?
It's the first thing that goes through your mind is he slapped Chris Rock on a stage.
No, Fresh Prince of Bel-Air first thing.
No, unfortunately, him slapping Chris Rock is the first thing that comes to my mind. I love Will. Anyways, I
think about the catcher for the Dodgers. Is that a problem?
No, that's you. That's what that is.
Shows you're in the right career.
Yeah. With that, let's get back to baseball.
All right. It's baseball season, boys. All right, we asked the question to open up the show today. How would you grade the Harper era? Tomorrow is the anniversary. 7 years, the day we found out he was signing the deal. A few days later, they have the intro presser. And we got some good reaction on the YouTube chat already on this. And
it's a great topic.
YouTubers.
It's a great pull by you, Ray. It really is. I'm glad you brought this up because
it took 5 days for me to find one.
It makes you think back like, oh, man. And the first thing that comes, that's another good question to toss out there for the people. It's like the first reaction you had because immediately it made me beat my chest. Like, yeah, look out now. Now things are going to turn around. Watch out. Harper was a beast in D.C. He's the chosen one. He was also a little bit of a punk, too.
Yeah, oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
And that's one of the differences we saw with Harper was he got here and we got him as he matured pretty much into the man that he is instead of the kid that came up, at the right time for him baseball-wise, but in terms of actually maturing as a human being, it was very early for him. But, yeah, I was fired up. We smoked cigars in my freshman dorm.
Nice.
It was awesome. Now, it smelled terrible. Oh, yeah, absolutely.
To do that?
No, absolutely not. Clearly not allowed to do that. We tried. We were like, oh, it'll be fine. It's like we're leaving for spring break anyways. by the time we got back, we were still trying to get the smell of cigar.
Yeah, cigars are one of those
that was a
decisions.
mistake.
I love
For sure,
cigars on a golf course, but anywhere else, I'm like,
yeah, for sure,
that might have been a mistake.
Absolutely. Yeah, no, we were notified by an RA that was a mistake. The
RA probably would frown upon that.
Yeah, didn't enjoy that. But to get you some of the grades that we got right now on the YouTube channel, we got B+, B, isn't an A, B+, B is fair. Going down the line here. So, yeah, we got a lot of people flirting with the B to A-. You were an A. I was an A-.
Yeah.
I just, the title for me is what solidifies it as the full A. I am interested to see if we had this conversation 3 years from now, what it would be a decade into the Harper contract, if, if we have a little bit more recency bias of stuff that's not as good, and we're sitting there like, yeah, we didn't get the title, or we got the title, and I'm like, all right, I got what I needed out of this.
One quick one to you. Has he lived up to the hype? Has he lived up to the billing? Going back to 2019 when you're smoking cigars in your freshman dorm, has he lived up to that hype?
Well, we always talked about while we were there, like getting to experience the championship in Philadelphia, like while we were living there, while we were at school together. And we didn't as a group, but obviously still living in the city, I got a chance to get the Eagles championship. I think that home run that he hit against the Padres, when Middleton says that you're worth every penny, the fact that they were just kind of wandering in nothingness for a decade there, and then they've had this run since, yeah, I think he's lived up to the billing.
Yeah, Bedlam at the bank. That's one that we'll always remember. That's that run in general. Don't get me wrong, of course, but that was it, man.
So I want to give you the three funniest moments from his intro presser.
Love it.
While we're reliving it, while we're grading the Harper era, and you can get in on that 610-632-0975. There was three that really stuck out. Now Harper wears number 3 for the Philadelphia Phillies. He had wore 34 in D.C. and in his intro presser, he says, I'm not going to wear 34. You think of Roy Halladay. I want to see that number continue to fly, out there on the wall. It means a lot to the city. I will not take his number. And it was a very, very classy thing of him to not even think about it.
And that's something that you don't even know, right? Like maybe the most diehard Phillies / Bryce Harper fan remembers. I don't remember that.
So he does that.
That's a tip of the cap. That's
tip of the cap to him.
A+ right from the entrance.
So he gets done talking about Roy Halladay. And then the number 7 was brought up. I forget exactly. I mean, maybe 3 + 4 gets you to 7. I don't know exactly where 7 came from. He said he couldn't take 7 for this reason.
Maikel Franco, he wore 7, and he's a teammate of mine. He's somebody that I didn't want to ask for the number. I didn't feel right doing that. I don't know if that has any significance to him being number 7, but I didn't want to find out. He's number 7 on the Phillies, and he should be able to wear that number every single day.
Maikel Franco is the reason why Bryce Harper's not wearing number 7 right now for the Phillies. Franco and him were teammates for one season, 2019. That was it. 123 games played by Franco that year. He had a .234 batting average, a sub-300 on base percentage, a 705 OPS.
Oh, see, I thought it was for Pete Happy, Pedro Feliz, but
no,
Maikel Franco. All right, nice work. Again, he doesn't want to come in and ruffle everybody's feathers. Everyone has this, preconceived notion on what really Bryce Harper is. He's a me guy. He's got this attitude, immature, and he comes in and says, "No, I don't want Doc." And you know what, Maikel Franco, you can keep that jersey.
Yeah, so Franco gets to keep number 7.
Tip of the cap again.
Hey, so Philadelphia legend Maikel Franco gets to keep his jersey.
Oh,
now,
he's taking shrapnel.
We move on to Bryce Harper talking about the love of the city of Philadelphia that's already been shown to him and how appreciative it is. He's talking about the fans, and then he's talking about the great sports ecosystem that we have.
Feel the love from Philly and the fans and things like that. I haven't played there yet, but to be able to feel it on social media and feel how excited they are, to be able to feel the love from other guys and other teams in the city. Ben Simmons, Carson Wentz, just guys that have reached out.
Wow.
It's amazing to see.
Oh, baby.
This one aged about as bad as the Carson Wentz, Jaleel Okafor, we got to go get a cheesesteak with that young bull at Ben Simmons, if you remember that tweet.
I do.
Yeah.
Man.
The two athletes that Bryce Harper was thrilled he heard from, Ben Simmons and Carson Wentz. Was 2019 a different time or what?
That's some bad milk right there. That's some spoiled milk. That's some nasty, warm milk. Milk was a bad choice. Oh, I can't believe he dropped Ben Simmons. It sends shivers down my spine. Carson Wentz I can get with. Had an MVP run.
Yeah.
Who knows what happens if he doesn't start the season, right? Like, we have to be realistic about Carson Wentz's tenure here, okay? I know that people are anti-Wentz, but Ben Simmons sends shivers down my spine. The only thing Stephen A. Smith and I agree with is his take on Simmons. Such a fraud and cost this city, cost the Sixers franchise a trip to the championship. Because if he actually played to his potential, especially in 2019, Ray, the videos that are on the timeline of 2019, he's shooting turnaround jumpers.
Oh, it was
from baseline.
It was a hot time to mention Simmons' name because it's that 18-19 season.
This is probably
Butler,
Kendall Jenner era, right? He was probably on point in 2019.
Bendel, man.
Come to find
who doesn't
out,
forget Bendel?
he was filling up the DMs, doing good work in the community.
Come to find out, might be from you. Remember, I was on Temple's campus at that time.
Right. Yeah, that's right.
Last one for you, and this was the one I think a lot of people remember from that, when he misspoke, talking about bringing a title back to where?
I mean, I'm not going to tell you I'm going to win an MVP every single year. Is that my goal? Is that my success to do that? Absolutely, I want to do that every single year. But there's going to be down years. There's going to be big years. There's going to be years that are just okay. And, I mean, for a team, for an organization, that's what we're going to do. We're going to go in. We're going to try to do everything we can to win and play hard and play well. And, that's what it's all about. That's what I want to do. We want to bring a title back to D.C. I want to be on Broad Street on a boat or whatever, a thing, a bus, whatever it is.
Bring a title back to where, Bryce? And, of course, the joke that the Nationals fans would make at our expense is that 2019 season, Nationals did bring a title back to D.C., just without Bryce Harper. So those were the three funniest moments that I found going back, listening to that Harper intro presser. Coming up, we mentioned the Alec Bone profile in The Athletic. Really interesting stuff in terms of roster maneuvering, the way they would manage their roster. And speaking of managing the roster, $20 million, Phillies ate it to get rid of Nick Castellanos. Castellanos still talking about his new manager, with the context being he's taking shots at his old manager. We'll play that for you in the next segment as well. Alongside Sean Brace, I'm Ray Dunn. This is Middays with Marks on 97.5 The Fanatic. producing the program.
Where you off to? Sorry.
Birmingham.
Look at you.
Birmingham. Yeah, I'm dressed to fly. I don't mean to offend the people flying
Pretty
with
fly
me.
for a white guy.
Oh, yeah.
He's wearing a jumpsuit.
Pretty much.
Is it matching? Is it Nike matching?
I mean, it's matching.
Okay.
I was not handed the two of these in the same
okay.
time. Yeah. No, this sweatshirt, and for those of you watching on YouTube, shout out to our YouTube audience.
It's nice.
Yeah, I love this sweatshirt.
Like that print.
Our strength and conditioning coach, shout out to Tim Teefy, was like, I got stuff that, like, I got way too much stuff. You want some of the Temple gear I got? People are like, where can I buy this hoodie? I was like, I don't know. I really don't know. I could ask some questions around here, but.
Yo, Tim, I'm an XL.
Yeah.
And a free agent.
Teefy's a big fan of the show.
Nice.
So, yeah.
I would rock some Temple gear. Come on now. I think it needs to make it past Ray's hands and Harry Mays' hands, but
Right, that is a really good point.
I'll rock
That is a good point. You have to text me every single Temple game day if you want to compete with Harry Mays.
That's true.
Harry and I were texting last night after the men's game. He's not happy.
Not a lot to be happy about right now.
Tough
but
one.
We'll see what happens. Hey, look, Penn State coming to town in September, right?
Oh yeah, football. You better believe it. Dunn family tailgate. It's a thing. I'll be ready to go for that one.
You need a DJ? I'll come down there and spin some tunes.
I mean,
for
if
the
you want to
tailgate.
spin the tunes, Sean Brace, you're more than welcome to just show up and have a drink.
I'm going to be there.
Okay.
Oh, I can't wait.
I was going to say,
That's good. I would imagine everybody's going to be
I
there.
feel like we've worked together enough where it's not like I'm hiring you to be at the party I'm at. You can actually just be at the party I'm at.
Love being the DJ at the tailgate.
All right.
Love the DJ and tailgate.
That's fine. That's fine. We'll have you there. Just do whatever you feel. If you feel like bringing the setup,
we'll set up a camera.
Yeah.
All right. We'll have places where you can get some stuff off your chest.
Yeah.
Hopefully Temple's got some things working in their favor to start the season next
I've
year.
already convinced myself.
What's the record going in? What is it? Is it week?
It's week 2.
Week 2. Okay.
1-0.
Well, that's not asking for too much.
Yeah.
It's a new era of Penn State. Maybe the upset.
Casey Keeler, man. He's got the Owls. Don't even get me started.
Dude,
I was
Rocco back coming to town. Oh, we got battle in the quarterbacks there.
I was listening to a little Owl Scoop podcast this morning.
Yeah?
I'm breaking down spring football. I was like, all right. Patricia's over there like,
yeah, I know.
LSU.
I wish you the best.
We were actually talking about LSU and Ole Miss yesterday because they played in basketball the night before, and I was already looking at tickets for that game taking place in Ole Miss. They're pretty pricey at the Grove.
Yeah, the only time I traveled was when I was with the TV station, so it got paid for me.
That's going to be
sick brag.
a big ticket. That might be the biggest ticket in college football next year.
For sure. Absolutely.
You take it for granted when you're a student. You can attest to this, Ray. You get a lot of half off. I mean, does Temple do free for everything else? LSU does free for everything else but football.
Oh, no. Temple does free for everything.
Okay.
In terms of student attendance.
Well, Penn State does not.
Good.
Free admission. Yeah.
Penn State charges for everything.
For everything.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh.
No. I thought you were saying you take it for granted the travel you go as a student. And I was like, I ran one of those radio stations. I didn't take any of it for granted.
Well, you take
It's a lot of moving money around.
Yeah. Well, that's where you get the experience, right?
Yeah. All right. Going back to the Phillies here. Speaking of moving money around, let's start with the Alec Bohm profile. We open up today with the question, how would you grade the Bryce Harper era? And we're going to get to the text line 610-632-0975 with some of the grades that have been coming in. And I also see we got a good signing memory that we'll get to as well. But The Athletic today, Ken Rosenthal puts out a piece about Alec Bohm and about just where he's at after another offseason where there's trade speculation and how does he feel and all these things. And he seems pretty grounded, pretty honest in the whole piece. And I thought Bohm comes across pretty good in this.
I agree. This is back-to-back seasons.
Right.
This isn't just a one-time deal with Bo Bichette.
And he realizes where his future's at. It's not in Philadelphia. He's got a year here, and then he realizes the chances of him being in the Phillies pinstripes again almost non-existent. So this is kind of you do it or you're gone. Well, even if you do it, you're probably still gone because Aiden Miller's right there waiting for him. But I found it very interesting. They talk about signing Bichette, and there's these couple of paragraphs. Without Bichette, the Phillies still intend for Aiden Miller to play third next season, if not sooner. Miller's locker this spring is only a few feet away from Bohm's. A vivid memory, daily reminder that he could be there. And then it goes down later to mention that they could look, and it's not saying they will look, but Bohm could be moved ahead of the deadline. And also, if Bichette had been signed, Bichette would have played third, Bohm would be out. And then after the season, they would have moved Bichette to second, sent out Bryson Stott to clear the way for Aiden Miller at third base. of Miller, Stott, and Bohm. Miller's the one that's part of the future. Stott's going to stick around because they didn't get Bichette. Now, of course, Bichette can opt out next year, and they could go through that plan without having to play Bichette at third base.
Sounds fun.
Which now opens up the world in which, if you're a Phillies fan, you could root for Bichette to absolutely stink at third base up in New York.
Mm-hmm.
Wear out his welcome. Be like, you know what? I want to sign somewhere else, go start anew, and come down to Philadelphia anyways, which is the reality that I might be rooting for this season. But it's interesting. They were prepared to ship out Bohm, which I think we all were aware of. And then the solution would be, hey, next season, Stott goes as well, which is, I guess, the downturn that we didn't think about, the downstream thought we didn't think about.
Sure.
That, and then Bohm. Do you think Bohm finishes the season of Philly? Like, if you had gut call right here.
Yes.
I think so, too.
Yeah, we know how they operate. They don't want to bring guys up. I mean, how many times did we hear about Crawford last year? But if Miller's slugging down there, he could be a difference maker at the next level, and that might be something that they have to go after, right?
Yeah. I feel a lot like, if you asked me 2 months ago if I thought Bohm was going to be a Philly at the end of the season, I would say, well, wait till what happens with Bichette, but yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Now?
I think Bohm is like 80% that he finishes the season as a Philly, and that means it's a good thing.
That's a
right?
sizable 20%, though.
Yeah, you're right. Look, it comes down to Miller, and he looks really good, smashing the ball down there in spring training. I get it, spring training, we want to put guys on the Wall of Fame, but these guys have been watching him now, and this isn't coming out of nowhere that Aiden Miller is the next top infield prospect. He's right on the doorstep to get this opportunity. As you said in that article, I thought it was a fantastic article. Ken Rosenthal?
Ken Rosenthal.
Yeah, no, we're not big fans of Ken, no doubt, but this is a really good read. And it is funny because you have to ask yourself, well, the expectations for Alec Bohm this year. It's his last stand. Look, when you get in bed with Scott Boras, not literally, but he's your agent, contract, like, it's business, man. It's business. And you're just top dollar. That's all you're after. I'm sure a lot of those players could say the same thing no matter who their agent is, but I know what comes with the territory when Scott Boras is your agent. Right. So I'm not trying to woe is me here for Alec Bohm, but we are talking about back-to-back seasons. He's not a negative Nancy in the clubhouse, from afar, maybe behind the scenes, I don't know. Again, it comes down to production. Well, Phillies fans only care about producing. That's it. And he's not making errors. He's improved his glove at the third base position. So if he goes out there and he comes together as far as putting together some numbers this year, not so much power numbers, but just fills in that role as far as the lineup is concerned, I don't think any of this matters. This will all work itself out.
Yeah, if he's putting up numbers, it won't matter. If he doesn't, we're going to get the calls for Aiden Miller by the end of April.
Immediately, yes.
Yeah. And, I mean, we're already getting them. I see him in the YouTube channel.
Yeah, but there's no – come on, man. We got to calm those.
He's got a sore back right now. He's not even playing.
He worked out, though.
Yeah.
He was in the gym yesterday.
He's working out.
We got to calm that down, right? Like, because we just know how the Phillies operate. They're in no rush to bring these guys up. If Aiden Miller is slugging down there, maybe, but he's got to be hitting it a ton. Again, because it's not even in the math. Where is he playing?
Right.
He's got to get the at-bats. It just doesn't make sense right now.
Now, someone that wasn't in the math, wasn't in the equation for this season was Nick Castellanos. And we could see continuously why. For everyone that's like, I can't believe that, there was such problem with the guy. Here is Castellanos. He went on, I think it was 93.7 out there in San Diego. And they did the intro interview, which we remember John Marks was like, yeah, I'm good on when they signed him originally.
That's right.
They went with it out there in San Diego. Asked him about playing for Craig Stammen, the new manager for the Padres. And just take a listen to what Castellanos had to say.
I really enjoy talking to coaches now that have put it down, let's say, just like within the last decade, only because like their emotions are still intact. Not only, I think, can they start talking to you from a physical standpoint, but there's also a lot of emotional relatability there because they're still connected. They were on the field, going through it, playing the game recently.
Okay.
That's just a bleep you, Rob Thompson.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
I don't want to back Casty up in this, but that didn't bother me when it came out. The attachment. Again, I don't know what takes place behind closed doors. Whether he was coming at Kevin Long or saying derogatory things to Rob Thompson because he didn't play, that's out of line. That's out of bounds. But if you handed the truth serum to every one of these players and you asked them about playing for somebody that has never made it to the pros, has never been in that box, has never played at this level, I'm sure that they're going to have a lot of the same feelings that Castellanos does.
You think?
I do. It's just something different about making it to the show, Ray.
I don't know, man. If the guy's been in baseball his entire life, I feel like he's seen a thing or two.
He's seen a thing or two, but baseball lifers are all over the place. There's guys that hang on, and I'm not making the case that that's Rob Thompson here. Of course it does go to him, no doubt. I'm not denying that, but look, there's something to be said about playing at this level. And, oh, by the way, to what he just said right there, I don't want to have Castellanos back, but I am.
Yeah, you are.
10 years ago, it's a new day, Ray. Social media, everything has changed. The business of baseball is completely different from one decade after another. I don't have to go back to 2010. Give me back pre-pandemic. Pre-pandemic to where we're at right now is a whole different world. Never mind baseball. So, you have Castellanos speaking with some honesty. Was he disrespectful with some things behind the scenes? It seems like it. That's out uncalled for. But if you asked guys in the clubhouse, guys in professional level, hey, playing for somebody that's never made it to the bigs and trying to tell you what to do, these guys have all have egos.
For sure. And somehow everyone else checked theirs with Rob Thompson but Casty.
It's all about winning.
And they were doing that.
Correct. Like I said, I don't want to have Castellanos back, although I am.
Yeah, that's all right. You can.
I feel, I need to take a shower.
Yeah, that's all right. Coming up, Tyrese Maxey.
Take a bath, Brace.
Big night for Maxey, breaking the franchise's three-point record. Congratulations on cashing that bet. We'll talk about that coming up. Big night for the Sixers and getting a big win. We'll talk about that as well. The health of Embiid, a ton of 76ers conversation coming out of last night. We'll get to that coming up next alongside Sean Brace. I'm Ray Dunn. This is Middays Marks.
Now on 97.5 The Fanatic Sports Update.
History made. I'm Patricia Caputo with your Fanatic Sports Update. The Sixers defeated the Heat Thursday night, 124-117. The win came with a big night from Tyrese Maxey, who scored 28 points and became the franchise's all-time leading three-pointers made. Maxey spoke to the media Thursday after the accomplishment.
It's a blessing. I'm just happy, man. I'm blessed. Thank God for the opportunity. I thank God for the Sixers organization for drafting me, trusting me, believing in me. Thankful to both my coaches, Doc and Nurse. They installed a lot of confidence in me.
Sixers will have off tonight and Saturday night as they prepare to keep the momentum going to take on the Celtics Sunday in Boston. Flyers defeated the Rangers 2-3 in overtime Thursday night. The win came with the help of Matvei Michkov, who scored 2 goals, including the game winner. Fly Guys look to keep it rolling at home against the Bruins Saturday night. Union shut out the Defense Force Thursday night to cap off a 7-0 win. The team will have off Friday and Saturday, but will be back in action Sunday to take on the New York FC in their home opener. Phillies will take on both the Marlins and Tigers this afternoon in a split squad game. This update is brought to you by TireRack.com. Rain or shine, drive with confidence with Verdestine tires from Tire Rack. Verdestine tires deliver precision handling, dependable traction, and quiet comfort. Ship fast and free with 2 years of road hazard protection. TireRack.com. I'm Patricia Caputo on the home of the Sixers, Flyers, and Union on 97.5 The Fanatic and The Fanatic.
remix I made is still one of my favorite things that I just my brain was broken that day of the Usher. Yeah, with the
Yeah. You need to bring that one back. I will tell you that I have been working on 2 parody songs.
Oh, fantastic. I got a DM from Karate Mark saying he's got apparently a parody song for us.
Great.
He wants to roll out there.
So we'll stick with the Ray Dun 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 Dun.
Yeah.
For the news. Today, I figured we would roll that back out on Monday, although you're gone possibly on Tuesday, right?
I'm gone on Tuesday for sure.
Right.
I will not be here on Tuesday.
So I won't
will
bring
be
those
in sunny
parody.
Tampa.
I won't bring those parody songs that I'm working on till later.
Yeah. Sounds good. Monday I should be here, weather permitting.
Yeah, apparently we're not getting snow anymore, which is good.
Which is great, which means I'll be here. So
it's beautiful.
Don't worry, Patricia. Don't worry.
You don't want to go in a hotel again?
No, it's not going in the hotel. It's about I have to be in a different hotel by Monday night.
Right, yeah, that wouldn't look good.
It's beautiful outside. What a gorgeous day in the Delaware.
There is a 70-degree day on the 10-day.
Don't lie to me, Ray.
Next Saturday.
Don't lie to me, Ray.
Next Saturday. It's there. It was there at least.
Oh, my goodness.
Has it dropped to the 60s?
I'm looking right now.
By the way, he's Sean Brace. I'm Ray Dunn. In for Middays.
Yeah, you're lying.
Yeah, you're making
Is it a
that
60?
Up. That's Sunday, I think you're thinking of.
Is it Sunday? Okay, so there's still a 70
Sunday,
degree weather.
68 is the high.
All right. Well, I saw 70 as of yesterday.
But 68 is going to feel like 80.
I mean, it's gonna feel like 80. Oh no, sorry. No, it's a Tuesday, 72.
Break out the flip flops.
Oh man,
my feet white as can be. Got to shave them up. Got to take a razor to them.
Glad that good foot conversation. Always good foot conversation.
You want
with
to see
you,
my
Sean.
dog?
Nope. No, I'm all right, man. Thanks, though. Appreciate it.
Oh, cut it out.
Appreciate it. All right, we're gonna go now to the 76ers and avoid any sort of foot conversation with Sean Brace.
That's right.
Found out a lot about him a few weeks ago when it comes to feet.
Love a good dog.
Before we get to the 76ers, I do want to kind of close up with what the grades for the Harper era were. We're going to get back into it later on the show, but I know our text line was humming with that, 610-632-0975. What do we got on that, Trish?
All right, Eric from Virginia, Harper error, B+. We've climbed the mountain but did not make it to the top. Yes, I won another World Series, but those things are hard to come by.
All right. It's the only reason I don't go all the way to B+ is because if I don't have Harper with an A in his grade, I feel like that sets kind of an impossible standard for everyone else to ever achieve an A of like faces of franchises because he's got you there. He's got the MVP. He's an all-time Philly.
Again, is Trey Turner coming here? Is Castellanos coming? You just don't know.
Yeah, he starts the entire wave.
Correct.
I mean, he turns the entire tide for that organization. So that's where I got it. I know we had another one on the signing memory.
Oh, yes. This was a good one. This was similar to what you had to go through, Ray. Brendan from Glenside. I'll always remember when Bryce signed. I was in a science lit class in college, and when I saw the news, I was locked into my computer. My teacher walked up and closed my laptop on my hands and said, "Pay attention or get out." I stood up and said, "Bryce Harper is a Philly," and walked out.
Yeah. I mean, there was no reason to do anything else that day.
And then he said he became a comm major shortly after.
Oh, that's good. I mean, I would highly recommend being a comp major in the 2020s.
General studies over here.
Yeah. Oh, really?
Yeah.
General studies.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. General Brace.
Got a couple credits.
Yeah.
Got 3 years of community college credits. Actually.
There you go. Yeah.
Need to finish.
That's all you need.
No, you don't.
Go get that associate some way, somehow.
You've
No, you
gotten
don't.
through life without it.
Yeah.
You're fine.
Yeah, but it was a much different time back in those days as well, compared to where we're at right now. Everybody's got something hanging on the wall now.
Everyone has a master's degree these days, pretty much.
Not us.
Not us.
That's why we're here.
Yeah.
This was our master's degree.
There you
Radio.
go.
You make about the same. Anyways, getting to the 76ers and Tyrese Maxey last night breaking Allen Iverson's three-point record. Definitely a testament to what Tyrese Maxey's become because I remember the conversation about him coming out of Kentucky was that he couldn't shoot. They were worried about whether or not he'd be able to shoot at the next level. Kind of got that one wrong for everyone except Daryl Morey and the 76ers in that draft. I do wonder, had there been an NCAA tournament, if he would have jumped, if he ever would have ended up being a 76er.
I think you know your answer there.
Yeah, I know. I say it kindly there. I'd probably not a Sixer if there ends up being an NCAA tournament. I do feel like some of this is an indication of, I think eventually he would have become the all-time three-point leader in Sixers history. Kind of an indication of where the franchise has been as three-point shooting has become more prevalent in the NBA.
1A and 1B. Yep, you're right.
Yeah. Shout out to Maxey. Also, man, we went through it yesterday, some of the names on that three-point list.
I mean, Covington was third, correct?
Yeah.
Corver 4.
Yeah.
Reddick was only here for
and he's top 10.
3 seasons?
Furk on Cork, 2 seasons.
Furk, 2 seasons, and
2
Reddick is
seasons,
top
JJ.
10.
Yeah, and
Wow.
Cork is top 10. Tobias, number 5. Embiid, I don't know how many he hit last night. He obviously hit the big one late.
Yes, he did.
He was 3 away from Tobias Harris going into last night, so he is now just 1 behind Tobias Harris. So that'll be big for him to pass him to get in the top 5. I know we'll do a similar celebration for him.
And as you said, the game has totally changed, and we all know that. Maxey, 375 games. AI, 718. And look, there's so many ways you can look at that, no doubt. And the fact that he's 25 years old, that's the thing that I come away with. Like, he is so young, and I'm done putting the ceiling on him. This guy continues to get better and improve drastically year after year to the point that he is a starter in the All-Star game. If he continues on this track, Ray, 23 games left, he could be All-Pro, first team. Could be All-Pro, first team. That's the type of conversation we're talking about right now.
Well, with the game limits right now, I don't know who's going to be able to hit that 65.
Put that to the side.
Well, I'm just saying he could be All-NBA more than sooner than you anticipate because hey, look at it. I mean, he's making a case this season for it.
No doubt.
Certainly.
Yes.
So I want to hear it because Tom McGinnis does a tremendous job calling the games on radio right here on your home for 76ers basketball. This is how it sounded on our airwaves last night as Maxey set the record for three-pointers made by a 76er.
Maxey's got 12 points, including 3 3-pointers. Trendon Watford off the drive back to Maxey. This is for the all-time record. It's good. Maxey making a 3 out top, and he now leads the Sixers franchise in all-time 3-pointers made. Franchise leader. Maxey delivers. Sixers 31, Miami 28.
Love it. Yeah, McGinnis on the call there. And look, very calm and cool, Tom McGinnis.
Yeah.
Because we've seen a lot of these over the years, no doubt. But
they didn't stop the game. That was a big thing yesterday. They did not stop the game.
But they did.
He got back on defense.
Yeah, but during the first commercial break.
Right. Yeah, which we said the break they were going
went full Jumbotron, put the image up, the big graphic. No fire, though. I like the halos. They dropped the... I'm telling you, if you're not ready for that fire, when they drop those things down for Flyers or the Wings tonight, you can feel that warmth. You know, it might burn your beard off, right?
Yeah, I could honestly use a little trim down, so maybe I could get a little close to the fire there.
They do it well down there at Xfinity Mobile Arena, and especially after this past year with all new duds down there, everything behind the scenes. You guys want to see that, but it's really a job well done. A lot of work into all that technology. But to the game last night, a monster victory, and I know all eyes are on Tyrese Maxey, but there's so much love that you can share. First and foremost, the big man, Joel Embiid, and his performance now in back-to-back games. They're a different team. They're a different team. We all know it. But and being a sports fan, it's all about like the hope. And I get it. We often get our feelings hurt.
Hopes up?
Yeah, more than ever with this franchise. But seeing Joel Embiid out there in that spot, going up against Bam, who had a pretty good game in his own right, but a Miami Heat team that is coached by Spoelstra, who throws everything, the kitchen sink at shutting down Embiid and the Philadelphia 76ers year after year to find a way to win a game. Am I going a little over the top? Maybe, because it was February 26th, but Ray, that felt like a bigger victory last night.
Oh, certainly. And what it meant, we built it up yesterday going in. What it meant for them to be playing a team that was right behind them in the standings. And it's the difference between playing as the 6, maybe the 5 seed, or going in as a play-in team.
Too early to look at seeding, though?
No, not at all. Okay, not at all right now. I think that has to be where you're kind of locked in at this point. They are playing game number 60.
Yeah, I think
this weekend,
23 left.
Yeah, I mean you're looking at the final 22 games of this
22?
season. Yeah, well, no, 23 if they got 23 left. But after this, I'm saying this weekend they're playing number 60. After
60 against the Celtics on Sunday night, possibly Tatum returning.
Right. That's another big one for you.
That is.
So are you going to make the statement before the Celtics game? It feels like a risky proposition for you to make the statement before the Celtics game.
I'm saying it right now, but then all of a sudden Joel Embiid takes a shot to the ribs last night.
Right.
That clearly is bothered by. Like, I'm holding my breath right now. Am I the only one holding their breath?
Oh, I'm absolutely holding my breath.
I'm prepared for the worst.
He's celebrating last night, and then he starts to bend over in pain once the adrenaline wears off and knock it down to 3.
He got out of the locker room before the media.
I know. Can I say that I'm a little disappointed with that?
No, you can't. Why?
I can't?
Why?
So what? Now I can't even say I'm disappointed.
He left because he's hurt.
I understand he was going to be asked about it. It was Maxi's night, though. That's his guy. Like, I get it. I mean, let's be real about the whole Joel Embiid experience with the media. Yeah. Anyone that covers that team will tell you they spend an extra hour there because all the Sixers take a long time to talk. But that's kind of been set. The standard, the precedent has been set, I think, by Joel Embiid, that they take forever to talk. Those guys are hanging out there, just waiting in the locker room, waiting in the locker room. Like, it's not other teams in town, real quick. Bang, bang, you're going to finish adding quotes to your story. The beat reporters there for the 76ers, it's not that you're missing bedtime. It's that you might just be getting home way late in the evening.
Shout out to the 76er beat reporters. Do a great job. Ray is in your corner. Nobody else gives a damn.
I know nobody does. I understand that. I'm just saying he does this pretty routinely.
Understood.
And like this, it's a way to,
it's Joel Embiid's world.
Right.
Yeah.
And it's a way to sometimes, I think, avoid having to talk to the masses on this one. Because, all right, I got to file something. Am I going to file it now with the Embiid, or am I going to try and get whoever's here and get quotes into it and file it now? Like, I think that's part of it. So he leaves last night, and I get it. He's hurt. He's banged up. And I don't want to take away from the big three from last night.
I get your point.
But he talks so much about how much Maxey means to him. I would love to have last night heard from him on Maxey. Now, I know that Nate just pulled this in the back. So this might have just went into the system. Trish, if you could grab it for me in a second. The Sixers put out a video of Embiid after the game toasting to Maxey in the locker room. Maxey actually stops everyone celebrating because he realizes Embiid's about to speak. He's like, wait a second, I kind of want to hear what Embiid has to say about me. So Embiid actually, this is how we're getting Embiid's perspective on this. Again, I think it's a big night for the teammate, for a guy that cuts off his post-game interview to high-five your son. Like, they're close.
Understood.
I just would have loved the perspective of Embiid on Maxey on that night for him.
You're right. I jumped at you because I didn't think about it from that perspective. But you are right. But I did think that, okay, immediately that this is not something that's good right now. The fact that he left the building without speaking to the media.
That too. I can absolutely understand that one.
Like, here we go again. And that is a fluke injury. That goes right to the top of the list with Bell's palsy, the broken orbital bone. The list goes on and on ad nauseum. We know about these fluke injuries that Joel Embiid suffers. Last night, catching a kneecap to the ribs.
Right.
Here we go again.
So do we have Embiid from last night, Trish?
Make sure. Is it about catching somebody?
It's about making sure that nobody's caught him again. Yes.
Sure
all right. So this is him talking to Maxey after the game.
886 threes. Speak.
Very proud of you. Been with you since you got here. Seeing you put the work in, all those summers, and, each year you gotten better. So, like I said, extremely proud of you. Just make sure no one catches you ever again. Come on.
I like that.
Make sure nobody catches you ever again, basically saying make sure no one ever breaks this record.
Gotcha.
So he wants him to continue to dominate for the 76ers. So a nice sentiment there for Embiid to get up in front of everyone in the locker room. And, I've seen the work that you put in.
Pain. He was keeled over like, let me tell you about Tyrese Maxey. You heard? Didn't you see? I heard it.
Yeah, you felt the pain a little bit. And you did see the pain. I don't know if we have the three that he hit to ice that game last night. That was incredible to watch, too. How many teams in the NBA where it's the point guard driving to the spot, kicking out to the spot up center?
The guy's got incredible touch.
He really does. All right, here's Embiid knocking down the game-sealing three.
11 on the shot clock. Hero, three-pointer en route. Off to the left. BJ with a rebound. Big stop by the Sixers. Tyler Hero, no. Rebound BJ. Basket here would win the game. Maxey with it. Nick Nurse making a motion. He's trying to get Kelly Oubre's attention. Spoelstra looks like he's playing deep for the Heat. 6 seconds. Maxey against Bam. Here comes Hero. Maxey's got to go. Maxey on the drive. To the left side, Joel. Three-pointer up. And good. Embiid, a major triple. The 76ers go up 124 to 117.
I love it. I love it. What a call. Spoelstra's playing defense on the side. What a call.
He's
incredible.
Best in the business, man.
Yeah, man. He's a solo guy. Not many work as a one-man team out there. That's for sure.
He's incredible.
So, again, Joel Embiid, you're right. I take my stance. You're allowed to question it. You are correct with your take, Ray. I allow it.
And I understand where you're coming from. He's hurt. He's banged up. He probably doesn't want to talk. He's definitely frustrated with everything going on. The fact that
ridiculous.
Yeah, he's been hurt. He's had the shin problem now. The knee's been a problem. Now he's got the rib. I get why he'd be upset.
Yeah.
When I saw it, And part of me was like, man, I just really wish we got to hear from the perspective of him on Maxey because that's, what he does. And to Embiid's credit, he did have a teammate stick up for him last night, too.
No doubt. I know we're going to get to that in just a second, but to Embiid's credit with Maxey gave him some love post-game and said he's the one that told me to shoot 10 three-pointers every game. Mm-hmm. So here we are with that. To, real quick, the other three-pointer that was nailed at the end of the game, Kelly Oubre had a hell of a game. Again, you start to see it. Like, if this is the box score that we're going to get, especially come postseason, I know I'm asking a lot, but if we're going to get a box score that was filled up like it was last night, especially with the three-headed monster, you mix in Oubre. Oh, by the way, Paul George comes back healthy, rested, and ready to go, working out on the floor yesterday. You could start to allow yourself to just believe for a second. They are contenders in the East, if that's what you're asking. You're damn right I said it. Also, yeah, mark that one down. VJ Edgecombe. And I know we're going to get into him in just a second as far as his audio. What a game by the rookie. He was all over the place, especially in that first half, Ray. Dominated. The Sixers had 73 at halftime. Yeah, sign me up for that.
Third quarter was ugly, but yeah, it's 73 at half.
I know, it's unbelievable. But the fact that VJ Edgecombe is answering the bell, his rookie season, defensively, offensively, you saw the alley-oop and the fact that it brings this unbelievable vibe inside that arena. VJ is an incredible rookie and something that I did not expect to see this year. So hopefully he can continue doing what he's been able to do. But, man, that box score from top to bottom had me believing last night, Ray.
Yeah, it's one of those games that make you see the upside with this team. You start to get really fired up for what they could be. I'm holding out until I watch Sunday night.
But Joel's not gonna play.
Well, and that's part of the issue, isn't it?
Yes and no. Like, I'm not gonna sit here and tell you it's not, but it's February. Maybe that's March 1. It's March 1. It's my daughter's birthday, so Sunday's March 1st.
That's right.
Happy birthday,
Happy
Kendall.
birthday.
Yeah, she's gonna turn 6. 6 going on 16. But I will tell you that it won't shock me. He doesn't play. Give the limelight to Tatum, return him, whatever. They got 22 games left to improve their seeding, and then we'll see what happens when it comes to postseason. Look, no matter if he plays tomorrow or not, if they match up with the Celtics in a series to start the playoffs, if they match up with the Cavs to start the playoffs in a series, they're going to be underdogs.
Yeah.
Detroit, they're going to be underdogs.
God, if they match up with Detroit, I don't even want to live through the 22 games. They'll have them dropping to the 8th seed in that play-in.
That's true, too, yeah. So I'm off on that. But
I can tell you I'll be really down on the team if they end up opening up against the Pistons.
Majority of the teams that they face, they're going to be dogs because they're going to be on the road.
They'll be on the road to start. Maybe that's the path we need for them. I'll buy. VJ, I think after the game, because you mentioned Embiid not playing on Sunday, and I think VJ delivers an important message with Embiid after the game. Here is Edgecombe talking about Embiid post-game.
I think that shows a lot. That shows a lot. The media try to make it seem like he don't want to play basketball. I mean, come on. He's out there in pain, and he made a big shot at the end of the game. He barely could have raised his right hand up. Mm-hmm. But that just shows his character, too. He care about winning. It's Joel Embiid, bro. That's what we're talking about right now. So I know they try to just paint this bad picture about him, but it's not true, man. I'm gonna say it here. It's not true. It's not true. He wanted to play, and he wanted to do his best for the team and what's best for him.
I know. I love it. I love it. Did you hear me? I love it.
You love it.
However.
Yep, there you go.
However, VJ. I get it. You got to stick up for it. And this is great. It's a great thing for the Sixers. It's a great thing for Joel Embiid. You got a rookie playing at this level. And, oh, by the way, sticking up for you. I love it. But the media ain't doing this. We're not doing this. This isn't us. This isn't the media. I'm sorry. I hate when the broad brush gets brought out, and you see it all the time. We don't hate the media enough. Are you kidding me? With Joel Embiid? This guy, come on, there's no need for me to list it. We know it. We've been through it. Come on. No, this isn't the media. The media does not make it seem like he does not want to play basketball. It's the fact that before the season even starts, he doesn't play back-to-backs. And that's just this year and last year. The fact that he went to the Olympics and all of a sudden he's not going to be to start the season. That's not the media, VJ. I'm sorry. Breathe, Brace. Sorry. I got a little emotional there.
Yeah, you did. You did.
But I like it. I'm glad he said what he said. However, he's wrong.
I think there are a couple bad faith arguments made about Embiid.
The Toxic Avengers down the road? Sure. There's no Toxic Avengers from 10 to 2?
Yeah, we're chilling here. We're chilling here. I'm not saying. I heard what Trish had to say about Embiid, and it was very inflammatory.
What did you say, Trish?
Ray's making stuff up. I said absolutely nothing. If anything, I want to do exactly what those fans did and give that doctor a lot of credit because I don't know how
That's
they
right.
What was it, 2 months ago? He had those 2 big ice packs on his knees.
Yeah.
And we were all like, this is done. Surgeon's a genius.
I'm not the one that say like okay,
I'm not saying it's you, Brace.
I know.
I'm not saying it's you. I think they're VJ's sticking up for him, not against Sean Brace.
I felt it. Did you hear? I heard Sean Brace.
It does seem like you felt it.
I heard Sean Brace.
Now remember,
Sexy as hell.
that's my friend VJ Edgecombe right there. We had a great time at Media Day, so I'm going to stick up for my guy VJ. In the Brace VJ war, as much as I love you, Sean, I might be going with the rookie.
Oh, you know what it is. I'm with you.
Maybe VJ listens on Saturdays.
There you go.
That's like, how dare Sean say that?
10 to 1.
10 to 1 tomorrow.
Yeah, come on the show, VJ.
All right.
I appreciate what he did, though. I'm not going to lie about that. Having some fun, absolutely appreciate it.
We've been having some fun. A conversation that a lot of people aren't having any fun with anymore. It's our obligatory A.J. Brown segment. It's coming up next. We've got Howie Roseman talking with CBS Sports. We've got Diana Rossini. We're going to play the audio of Diana Rossini on Middays with Marks. It might bring Johnny out, and he might end up showing up on the show because we're playing a Rossini cut. And then we got Louis Riddick. So we got a lot of A.J. chatter from Indy coming up next. The latest on the A.J. Brown saga. Alongside Sean Brace, I'm Ray Dunn. This is Middays with Marks on 97.5 The Fanatic.
Now on 97.5 The Fanatic Sports Update.
History made. I'm Patricia Caputo with your Fanatic Sports Update. The Sixers defeated the Heat Thursday 124-117. The win came with a big night from Tyrese Maxey, who scored 28 points and became the franchise's all-time leader in three-pointers made. This is how it sounded.
Brendan Watford off the drive back to Maxey. This is for the all-time record. It's good. Maxey making a three out top, and he now leads the Sixers franchise in all-time three-pointers made. Franchise leader.
Sixers will look to keep that momentum going when they take on the Celtics in Boston Sunday. Flyers defeated the Rangers 3-2 in overtime Thursday night. The win came with the help of Matvei Michkov, who scored 2 goals, including the game winner. Fly Guys look to keep it rolling at home against the Bruins Saturday night. Union shut out the Defense Force Thursday night to cap off a 7-0 win. The team will have off Friday and Saturday, but will be back in action Sunday to take on New York City FC in their home opener. Phillies will take on both the Marlins and Tigers this afternoon in a split squad game. This comes after the team defeated the Nationals Thursday. This update is brought to you by WeatherBug. Get the fastest local alerts and accurate 24/7 forecast with WeatherBug. It's easy to use, so the weather never takes you by surprise. Download the free WeatherBug app today. I'm Patricia Caputo on the home of the Sixers, Flyers, and Union. 97.5 The Fanatic and the Fanatic app.
Middays with Marks.
Should have been, would have been dead. I am. Sorry. It's Friday, right? It's Friday.
Feel good Friday.
Feeling good, feeling great.
I'm feeling good, too.
Well, you're going to Birmingham, bro.
How could you not, really? I've long said that if I wanted to get away for a weekend, Birmingham, Alabama would be at the top of my list.
I think that's the home of the Liberty Bowl, if I'm not mistaken, too, as well.
Sounds right. Yeah.
It's a
feel fact.
Feel fact Friday, too, as well.
Feel fact on that one, but it feels right. Well, isn't that the home of the Birmingham Bowl? Isn't there a Birmingham Bowl?
Yeah, it used to be the big Conference USA tilt. CUSA champion played in the Liberty Bowl all those years ago. See, back in the day, Conference USA used to mean a little something more, right?
Yeah, well, then we took off into the American. And now it's
Conference USA actually had like good teams.
Correct, and then the American took Cincinnati at first. Then once Cincinnati went to the Big 12, decided to go back to the back to the well.
Is the Pac-12 around? Who knows?
It'll be back next year. Hey! My buddy that graduated from San Diego State. My buddy Sean, who was actually, I think, in the YouTube chat yesterday, just bought his season tickets for San Diego State football. Pack is back. That's what he said.
Pack is back. Now, what are the teams?
San Diego State?
The Pac-12 expansion pack. Smoke on this. Boise.
You know I will.
Stanford. Wazoo. San Diego State. Cal. That's Fresno State. Oregon State. Yep. And Colorado State. A lot of states coming your way.
Wait. Cal's going to be back in the pack?
No way. All right. Hold up. Time out. I have the Pac-12 in front of me. The expansion pack that I'm smoking on right now. I don't know if it's the. See, this is why you don't put stuff out there that you don't know. So it's a bad job on me.
That's okay.
Might have to do some.
California State, Cal State.
All right, so that logo or that graphic that was on, I didn't really do my due diligence there, had Stanford. It is incorrect. So Stanford is not there. You're right.
I was going to say that's ACC.
Texas State University, though, will set to begin play 26-27. Watch out for those Texas State Armadillos.
Sounds right. Feel facts. Feel fact on that. I'm sorry. I got to stop at the feel fact thing.
No, I like the Texas State or the feel fact.
Feel fact. You like Texas State too.
I'm a huge. Actually, I promise you this. Yeah, I should have known that because Texas State was on the television screen a lot over the last 2 to 3 years on Wednesday night. Not like Maction, nothing like that, but you were seeing them like Wednesday night, Tuesday night, that type deal. Texas State played a ton. I believe they are the Bobcats. Yeah, there you go. Known for its fierceness and courage, Ray Dunn.
I said Cal State. It's Fresno State. That's what we were looking for there.
There you go.
Yeah. Cal, I just remember because we went and did a multi-team event in last season, 2 seasons, I don't know, at Cal. And I just remember looking out into the water, and it's not technically the Pacific Ocean, but I was not far from the Pacific Ocean and seeing the ACC sign.
Oh, yeah.
And nothing says Atlantic Coast like San Francisco.
Ridiculous. It's ridiculous. It's all stupid. You know what I mean? Oregon in the Big Ten. You go down the list.
Yeah.
Bring back the old school Big East. All that. It's just stupid.
Nothing like a Cal-Miami conference matchup, and nothing says Atlantic Coast Conference like that.
Yep.
Classic. All right. To the obligatory A.J. Brown segment, because we've got a lot to react to. So do you want to go timeline-wise? Do we want to just break down things as they happen? Because yesterday on CBS Sports, Howie Roseman's doing the media tour right now of, we love A.J. A.J.'s our guy. Why would I ever get rid of A.J.? So here is Howie Roseman yesterday on with CBS Sports.
Sometimes what's going on outside isn't the same we feel internally. And so I think like AJ is a fearless competitor who loves to play, who loves to win. And when people ask him something, he just tells them what he views as what's going on. And, he's done that before in years that we've won championships, and or gone to the Super Bowl. And so everything for him comes in terms of trying for us to get better, trying to improve, seeing things that we could improve. So someone asks him the question and he's honest, and all of us who have relationships with AJ in the building, and all of us do have relationships with AJ, see a guy who cares about his teammates. He's a captain. He's been a captain. He's not elected by me. He's not elected by Nick. He's elected by his teammates. And that speaks to the kind of leadership that he has and the work ethic that he has.
So carbon copy pretty much of what we've been playing all week. of Howie Roseman waxing poetic about how great of a guy he is, how everyone who has relationships with him loves him. You know, he's a wonderful dude. Why would we trade that guy?
The stuff you would say when you are about to trade someone.
So Diana Rossini goes on the Scoop City podcast.
Love Scoop City.
Yeah. With our good buddy, James Palmer.
Yeah.
And says that
it's Scoop season, Ray.
It is Scoop season.
Yeah, it's
very
Scoop
much
season.
Scoop season.
It's up to something season, right?
It's Howie season, some would say. Jimmy Sexton, the agent for one A.J. Brown, is talking to people about A.J.
Just the way Max Crosby's agents and teams are talking about that's the same thing that's happening here. So Jimmy Sexton, his rep, is meeting with different teams to just get a feel for who's interested, what this would look like. I think there's been a lot of conversations that have been happening over the last few weeks.
All right. So they're talking about trades out at the Combine. Breaking news. We have more for you at 11 o'clock on the A.J. Brown news about how the fact that they're talking. So no one's surprised on this?
Nope.
I mean, I guess the people that refuse to believe that this is a real possibility are the ones surprised by this. Nobody should be surprised by the fact that they're talking about it. But then Louis Riddick goes on, was it Get Up this morning?
That is correct.
And pretty much says, hey, I don't care what anybody says about this. He's in the opposite side of things. If I'm the one in front of the bulldozer, he's the one driving the bulldozer right now, saying this trade needs to happen. Listen to Riddick this morning on Get Up.
Look, they just need to. It just seems like they need to go their separate ways here. Look, there's just too much smoke around this situation all the time. It just seems like, AJ is constantly feeling as though maybe he's not being utilized properly. He just seems like someone who would be much happier with a different offensive system, with a different quarterback in a different environment. Philadelphia, then, look, I know that no team is in the business of giving up, high-profile players, highly productive players, highly explosive players that can change games around, in a moment's notice. And that's what A.J. Brown is. But at some point in time, you have to kind of balance collecting talent and building teams. If you're going to talk about culture and talk about, having a building that's healthy and having a building that is all just kind of rowing in the same direction, pulling in the same direction, and everyone has a similar mindset, then sometimes you have to act upon that and you have to make tough decisions. And this is kind of like one of those situations where I feel like that's where basically it needs to go.
Lot said there. Now, yeah, it feels that way from afar, but I can't get there with Louis Riddick just yet. Again, we talked about Alec Boehm and the contract situation, different sport, understood, but It's business. It's business. You're going to ask yourself whether or not you want to be in the business of A.J. Brown if it's true that he was asking for trades last year. Of course, this whole offseason, who knows what the conversations are being had behind the scenes. And that could be a detriment to deal with, of course, to start the season and so on and so forth, right? Because, again, this team was winning. I was yelling at you during the commercial break, like, AJ, there is a lot worse situations out there. We were talking about a report that we'll get to in a second. That Jalen Hurts, come on, man. Like, he is a good quarterback. He's a damn good quarterback. Super Bowl MVP, Ray.
That's true.
Won a championship.
I have heard that.
Outperformed Mahomes not once, but 2 times.
Did hear that.
Been to a Super Bowl 3 times. 2 times. Sorry.
I was going to say, whoa.
That was
what did I miss?
That was Howie Roseman. My fault. Well, one too far. That was Howie Roseman. Things are going great here is my point.
I was like, how much have I been drinking lately? I forgot a whole Super Bowl?
My bigger point was things are going great. You got Howie Roseman running the operation, made 3 trips to the Super Bowl. Like to save there. With that being said, AJ, there's a lot worse places to be. Be careful what you wish for, like Chris Berman waving that fat finger in your face. Be careful where you wish for. The Raiders. You know what I mean? So my point is to AJ, you don't want to be here. I'm with Louis Riddick. Move on. But at the same time, you're going to miss that player out there because, man, those targets were a ton in his direction. And, of course, those eyeballs even more.
And it comes back to me, the philosophy of what they're doing offensively. Can he buy into it? Yeah.
Could help myself there.
Yeah, no, you couldn't. Of course not. It's Chris Berman. The autumn wind.
Eric sleeping with the enemy.
That's a really good one.
Back. He could go all the way.
You mentioned the report. Stephen A. today on First Take was saying that.
Yeah, what do we got?
It's just saying that he doesn't think AJ believes in Jalen Hurts, which, like, I made the joke with Rossini, like, breaking news, we'll have more on at 11. Like,
yeah.
We all could see why we're going the direction that we're going here right now. If he wants a trade, it's not because they just brought in Boy Wonder. If he wants a trade, I don't think it's because he hates Philadelphia. If he wants a trade, it's because he thinks that he needs to get the football more somewhere else, and he wants an offense that's going to be catered towards him. And I think the philosophy of this offense, which we saw over the last couple of years, has not played towards him. It's played towards, they ran the football a ton with a 2,000-yard rusher, and this past season, he didn't get the ball the way he wanted. He doesn't think the ball could get to him the way he wants. Hey, you can find out somewhere else. It's not that easy.
So at the end of the day, does he want to be considered like Jamar Chase? Does he want to get the praise like Puka? Like he wants to be considered the number one receiver out there, even though he is not on that level. Those guys are just a slight tier ahead. I can look at Justin Jefferson. I can look at Jamar Chase and say that they are the best receivers in the game. Puka is right there. AJ, you are great. You are great. You are a top 5 receiver in the game, but you are not quite there no matter who the quarterback is.
To quote the great Dave Dombrowski, it's up to him whether he gets back to that level. He could be there with them.
You think so?
I do. I think we saw that his first 2 seasons here.
Man, they're just a tick above for me.
Oh,
they're just a tick above.
I don't know about that one.
Just a tick above. Small tick. It's not.
It remains to be seen whether or not A.J. Brown can be elite again.
It's not a big tick, but it is a small tick. Jamar Chase, Puka.
Yeah. Who also would see that
AJ can do that.
Yeah. I believe it.
Again,
He could do it. I don't know if he can right now.
You see this paper, the slimmest of margins between those, because AJ's incredible. Like, this isn't a rip on AJ. It's just saying Jamar Chase is incredible. Jamar Chase is the best receiver in the game. And Puka's right there. And JJ, if you get him a good quarterback, even without a good quarterback, you know what he brings to the table.
Yeah. He went, almost 1,500 his first year here, 1,400 his second year here. Second year here, we were all saying the offense is a disaster. First year here.
Yeah, but you know what? I don't remember Jamar Chase quitting on plays. I don't remember Puka
That's what I'm
quitting on
saying.
plays.
To quote the great Dave Dombrowski, it's up to AJ if he could get back to that level. I don't know. Can he be at that lead again?
Those guys don't quit on plays, and when the number isn't called, they're out there blocking too as well.
Yeah, but to be clear, Justin Jefferson did go on an entire press tour praising Sam Darnold and basically kicking.
I was reluctant to say Justin Jefferson, but I got to give the praise to him because he deserved it over the years. However, his last year was terrible.
And Jamar Chase also right now is wondering whether or not his quarterback wants to exist in Cincinnati. So, all's not well for everyone else.
But even with that, he's still catching how many catches, targets, all that.
Nakua was playing in the offense that.
Can we start the season up again?
Yeah,
let's just go right now.
I want to get to one. Now, you had a question for me that has nothing to do with sports. I want to get into in the next segment as well. Yeah, with a little bit of the coffee here. I got a question. I want you to ask me that question. I also want to get into the
question with caffeine
of one of the free agents for the Eagles, Nakobe Dean. I saw another clip surface from Super Bowl week about him talking about Philadelphia fans. Wildly entertaining answer. He also went to Super Bowl week with a clear agenda of talking about Philadelphia a ton. I want to compare it to a different free agent situation we saw, and you can tell me whether or not I'm being realistic about this coming up in the next segment. Alongside Sean Brace, I'm Ray Dunn. This is Middays at Marks on 97.5, The Fanatic. Marks alongside Sean Brace. I'm Ray Dunn.
Defense Force, huh?
Defense Force. Called Defense Force because I found out they are quite literally the Defense Force for Trinidad and Tobago. For those that don't know, the CONCACAF Cup, first opening leg, now second leg was last night in Chester, Union, and Defense Force. And it's ironic they're called Defense Force because they allowed 12 goals over a matter of 2 games to the Philadelphia Union. It's a funny right there.
That is a good one.
Massive miss by me last night being down there in Chester. I was doing some work with the Union. I wanted to get back to get ready for today's show, and I missed both of the Cavett Sullivan goals.
Yeah.
It was 5-0.
I'm an absolute dummy.
Yeah, nice work by you.
Yeah, no, tough work for me on that one.
So he gets on the board not once but 2 times.
Correct.
Gets out there. And would you have to beat traffic? Is that the reason why you ended up leaving early?
I've had a busy week. I was like, you know what? I have a chance to go home. It's 5-0. I feel pretty good about the end of this one. I've got a feeling the aggregate right now between these 2 legs is 10-0. I have a strong feeling that the Union are going to pull this one off.
You get a tip of the cap for being there.
Yeah, it was. There were some diehards, man. Some diehards out and about last night.
Always
ran
is.
Our guy Matt last night. Good time.
Nice.
So,
speaking of diehard, yep.
Yeah. So, yeah. Found my way down there and found my way on home. And
Union back at it this weekend, opening up shop. Home opener for the MLS. Regular season on Saturday night.
Looking to bounce back from the opener.
Yeah, not a good start, but that's all right.
All right.
They're dealing with a lot of injuries, and it's a long season.
Absolutely long season. I think I'm going to try and get there next Saturday. But from one football to another.
Oh, I see what you did there.
Let's go to Nakobe Dean, okay? Because Nakobe Dean was on the...
Excuse me, Sunday. It's not Saturday.
Oh, yeah. They play Sunday. I'm saying next Saturday I'm trying to get there. Yeah, Sunday.
I see.
Sunday.
Come on, Brace. Get it right here.
4:30.
That is
kickoff,
correct.
Sunday afternoon.
Home of the Union. Let's go.
Sorry. I
had it in my notes.
Did you?
Yeah, I had it in my notes.
That's in my notes.
Yeah, there you go.
Sorry. So 4:30 on Sunday. Union at home to open things up. I honestly didn't hear you say Saturday. I figured you had it right.
Right in here.
I thought he said
They're
Sunday,
at home, and it's 4:30 on Sunday. Brace, get it right.
I thought you said Sunday. So did Trish.
My fault.
So I said next Saturday in terms of I think I'm going to go when they play San Jose. Next Saturday's in the 7th.
That is Saturday, March 7th at 7:30 also. Yes. Okay, there you go.
Yes.
At home.
So I'm thinking I'm going to that one.
Nice.
That was more where I was going with that conversation.
All right, sorry about that. From one football to the next.
Yeah, to one football to the next. The segue we got to about a minute ago there. Yeah, Nakobe Dean. This is Football with Kevin Clark, who hosts the podcast on Omaha Productions in
Kevin
conjunction
Clark
with ESPN.
Everybody else is.
Yeah, it's one of those things where it's like, I feel like a lot of people he's getting that overexposed thing where people are getting annoyed with him, and I'm like, I don't see anything wrong with the guy. It's not exactly
It's a Ray take.
Yeah, I'm not. I think I probably feel about Kevin Clark the way a number of people feel about me, where it's like they talk a lot about this guy. I'm not sure what he brings. He doesn't offend me, but he does a fine job.
I think you're your biggest hater.
No.
You got to read the comment section at times, right?
That's not true.
This guy.
I'm an industry plant. So Kevin Clark had Nakobe Dean Super Bowl week talking about Philadelphia fans, and I just found this clip entertaining, so we'll play it for you and then get to the real point in this conversation.
My rookie year, I think it was before the season started or maybe during the season, early in the season. I think I was shooting pool. A fan came up to me. He said, "What's up?" And then he was like, "Yeah, Philly fans, we love y'all. We'll jump in front of the bullet for y'all, but we'll also put y'all in front of one too." Yeah. So that's when I realized, it's different. It's different up here in Philly.
He used that phrasing with the bus before. He said they'll push you out from in front of the bus or they'll throw you in front of it before. So he used that phrasing. This time he used bullet.
Yeah.
And last time he used bus.
I like bus better
Bus
than
a lot
bullet.
better.
Yeah, that sounds a little bit better.
But he's made that joke about Philadelphia fans multiple times on Radio Row or Content Row or whatever we're calling it now, Super Bowl week.
Sure.
Yeah. And gave a lot of love to Philly the week of the Super Bowl before, obviously, free agency for him this season. And I want to go back to what was, I guess, the 2022 free agency following the Super Bowl run. Where you remember the priorities to bring back CJ/GJ. They want to bring back CJ/GJ. They want to bring back CJ/GJ. They have the need at safety.
Yep.
And then he doesn't like the contract. And then he's taking his time. And then his agent overplays his hand. And then it's like, all right, well, we're going to go pay James Bradbury instead because we have to guarantee one of these guys comes back. Jalen Phillips is the priority right now. They need Jalen Phillips. They need an edge rusher. They need an edge rusher. They need an edge rusher. If they can't get to working out with Phillips,
yep,
And maybe for whatever reason, injuries, maybe for Nakobe Dean, or a reason why people will be like, we're not going to pay you what people think he's going to get. And he's still sitting out there. This is basically me calling my shot type of thing. Do we think there's a world in which they actually do pursue the reunion if the priority they have at the start of free agency doesn't end up being the result they're looking for in free agency? And that looks like Jalen Phillips right now.
It's a good question, because I'm wondering what that contract Jalen Phillips is going to fetch from other teams out there, because he did show moments, some flashes that he is explosive and he looks like a difference maker, and I'm sure that there's some good agents out there that could probably spend that. And some teams that would be really interested to get a guy like that. Again, it comes down to the money. I don't see the Eagles making that move without the thought that Phillips is in their future plans. It seems like they want Phillips back bad. And I just feel like those type of conversations already take place behind the scenes. Yeah. Things change, no doubt. I said it earlier this week, and I'll stick to it. I would be relatively shocked if Jalen Phillips is not a part of the Eagles' plan moving forward here. And that means a new deal, all of that. Nakobe Dean is going to be the odd man out. Unfortunately, that stinks, because when he does play, he's a true impact defensive player out there, whether it's in coverage, getting after it, a guy that makes a difference. Even though he's been dealing with some injuries that he's been battling through, he's a guy that I would love to have on my team. And it should be no surprise that a former coach with the Philadelphia Eagles wants Nakobe Dean, and that's Christian Parker, who is the defensive coordinator of the Dallas Cowboys, and that is the latest rumor. Doesn't surprise me one bit.
Don't like that.
No, yeah, I don't like that either.
Not good.
Nope.
Don't enjoy that.
He's a heck of a get.
But I'm calling my shot here right now.
What do you got?
All right. As first reported by Ray Dunn. Actually, no, don't put reported. It's tough week for reporting. Yeah. So I'm going to go with as first mentioned by Ray Dunn.
As joked about between Dunn and Brace.
As first opined by Ray Dunn on Middays with Marks.
Mentioned.
Now you sound like AI. I'm sorry. That's what they use in AI.
Just be careful, all right? We're not reporting anything.
As first theorized.
There you go.
Tossed into the air by Ray Dunn on this one.
And trust me, if you're wrong, don't double up on it.
This is probably going to be wrong, but let's cut this part out of it.
Don't triple up on it then, okay?
I'm going to say, as first, again, thought by Ray Dunn.
Sure.
The Eagles and Jalen Phillips, if they are not able to find an agreement, I would be interested in the pivot point back to Nakobe Dean. We saw them a season ago go with low-priced edge rushers to try and bolster that room they thought they had with Jalen Sutton and Nolan Smith. I'd be interested in see them going back to that in order to bring back Nakobe Dean. That would be something that I think could be a realistic possibility for the Eagles this offseason, a la the CJ James Bradbury situation a couple of years ago. That's all I'm saying.
March 9th, the negotiating window for teams opens up on Monday at noon. NFL free agency officially opens up at 4 p.m. Wednesday, March 11th. We are right around the corner.
Right around the corner. Legal tampering, a real thing that doesn't make any sense. Coming up next, News at Noon. Trish gets her third shot at News at Noon of the week. We'll see what she's got for us. And we're going to reset. We got some more grades that we want to get to. The people on the Bird app are speaking. So if you want to give grades to the Harper era in Phillies history, hit us up on the text line or by phone. Hey, we'll talk to you on the phone, 610-632-0975. He's Sean Brace. I'm Ray Dunn. This is Middays Marks.
Now on 97.5 The Fanatic Sports Update.
History made. I'm Patricia Caputo with your Fanatic Sports Update. The Sixers defeated the Heat Thursday 124-117. The win came with a big night from Tyrese Maxey, who scored 28 points and became the franchise's all-time leader in three-pointers made. Maxey spoke to the media Thursday after the accomplishment.
It's a blessing. I'm just happy, man. I'm blessed. Thank God for the opportunity. I thank God for the Sixers organization for drafting me, trusting me, believing in me. Thankful to both my coaches, Doc and Nurse. They installed a lot of confidence in me.
Sixers will have off for the next two nights as they prepare to keep the momentum going by taking on the Celtics Sunday in Boston. Flyers defeated the Rangers 3-2 in overtime Thursday night. The win came with the help of Matvei Michkov, who scored 2 goals, including the game winner. Fly Guys look to keep it rolling at home against the Bruins Saturday night. The Union shut out the Defense Force Thursday night to cap off a 7-0 win. The team is back in action Sunday to take on New York City FC in their home opener. And the Phillies will take on both the Marlins and Tigers this afternoon in a split squad game. This update is brought to you by Pico. Remember, when it's cold outside, it takes more energy to stay warm inside. Pico offers tools to help you save energy. Visit pico.com/winter. I'm Patricia Caputo on the home of the Sixers, Flyers, and Union. 97.5 The Fanatic and the Fanatic app.
Here. Third.
Just punch it
Fourth.
already.
Oh, we're in fifth. Wide open. Trish is quick on the trigger with the music.
Yeah.
She's quick. This is talk radio. You got to get that music down.
You got to get to the point.
Let it breathe.
But when I'm with Unfiltered, you got to turn it down quickly.
Yeah.
So that I have to get used to it on this show. Like, we got to let it settle.
That's the Big J show.
Bill's
all right?
got stuff to talk about, okay?
That's the big journalism show over there at Unfiltered. Here, Middays with Mark. Slow it down.
It's a tight program over
Let
there.
it breathe a little bit.
Yeah, you could tell the era in which Sports Talk Radio, the host began as the lead host. That's kind of the way it is. Like, John likes to let it breathe because that's the way it was.
I do like the three shows, and if I'm skipping anybody in the evening, I apologize. But I think we have our own rhyme and reason, if I may. Like Kincade and Andrew, and of course Connor in the morning. Different show. Us, we
different.
I think we like to have
definitely a word.
Yeah, we like to turn it up a little bit, have some fun. And not saying that they don't. You know where I'm going. We're just different. And then, of course, Ricky and Bill, they got to be on point. And Silvana, with the television involved, that's a whole different aspect to this.
Whole different world.
Yeah. So 3 shows. I like it.
Yeah.
Good flow on 97.5 The Fanatic.
We're different, for sure. Our 12 o'clock hour is brought to you by Service First HVAC, offering 0% financing for 48 months. Rebates and tax credits up to $4,300 when purchasing a heating and cooling system. Learn more at ServiceFirstHVAC.com. All right. You know what time it is. It's noontime across the Delaware Valley. It means it's time for the News at Noon.
News at noon with Ray Dunn.
I was excited to see. See, I'm not used to it.
If you thought we changed that on the drop board this week, you'd be incredibly wrong.
It's not going anywhere next week, too, Trish. Be ready.
I just want to be prepared. I never know what to expect now when I hit the button, so it's kind of fun.
You got to wait for the dun.
Yeah, I know. I spoke too soon.
That's all right.
I got to get used to it. But all right, because I'm so excited to get to all these stories. That's why I'm speaking too soon. It's NFL Combine week. I know you're not the biggest fan, right? I've always loved the NFL Combine. I consider it the golf of the NFL.
Oh.
It's very peaceful, very calm, no stress.
Golf?
Is that a shot at golf?
No, because it can be peaceful. Like,
I took it as a shot at golf. I think she's trying to start with PGA Tour fans.
starting a war over here.
I don't bet on PGA games, so there's never any stress for me. I want Scotty Scheffler to win because he was born in New Jersey. But other than that, I'm like, I'd like to see...
That's good
I'd
Scheffler
like to
knowledge.
See new guys.
I didn't even know Scotty Scheffler was born in Jersey.
No idea.
I'm
Would have
pretty
claimed
sure
him by
he was born
now.
in Jersey and then moved to Texas, if I'm
Okay.
not mistaken, when he was real young, but still claimed him. But other than that,
And you are a Jersey native, so
I am a
you
Jersey
want to clear
native.
that up for that.
Yes. So always I gotta root on the semi-Jersey guys.
All over Jersey.
Garden
too.
State.
Yeah, I'm
South,
everywhere.
North.
Everywhere. I can give me a map of Jersey. I'll tell you exactly where you need to go.
Lacey
I got it.
Springsteen.
No Central Jersey, and also no East West, but North and South.
Yeah,
covers the
but
entire map.
now I do. Now that I'm here, I know it all.
Hoboken.
I'm driving. Yeah,
Hoboken.
exactly.
It's fun.
Families from North Jersey. I got it all. With that
Paramus.
being said,
Yeah, sure.
all of it. Yeah.
Jersey
Milford.
Name me every exit. I got you. Okay?
Stone
I know.
Harbor. Oh, I
There you
love
go.
Stone
Stone
Harbor.
Harbor's
Get me there
beautiful.
right now.
I'm
yes.
looking for a Sea Isle night. You know what I'm saying?
Let's
Sure.
go.
Yeah, Ray's waiting. Ray can't wait for some.
I can't wait. I might
Hey.
go down Saturday night when I get back from Birmingham.
Oh, right. Weren't you supposed to go last weekend?
I was.
Plans got canceled. That's all good.
Plans changed,
Ray's
Trish.
feeding for
To Indy
short
we go. The Combine, though, you
Oh,
were
yeah,
saying.
that's right. Yeah, News and Noon's going
Let's
on.
get away from the ocean,
Yeah, there you
guys.
go.
So we're going to Indianapolis, and Panthers head coach Dan Canales is asked about Sean Mannion and says all these great things about him, and then pretty much tells him that, I guess his job, maybe he should have rethought it. So we'll take a listen to it.
Brilliant, asks the right questions, catches the loopholes in protections and different things like that. A really sharp guy and a great human, and I really enjoyed my time with him. Absolutely. That was something that I knew was going to be in his future. It was just a matter of if he was dumb enough to get into the profession. So, but I guess he is.
Amen to that.
Nobody loves telling coaches, telling people that coaching stinks more than coaches.
You got to love it.
Yeah.
It takes
Because
you
they
away
kind of like
from
media
everything.
professionals. They're like, what would you do if
You
I
gotta
give you
love
advice?
it.
Don't.
Yeah, exactly. You got to love it, especially this day and age. So here's what I will say about that clip. And I heard Jeff Hafley, who took over for the Miami Dolphins.
Correct.
Who was with the Green Bay Packers. He waxed poetic. Nobody has said a bad word about Sean Mannion, and no one's going to understand. I understand that. But the little things that they're saying, the details about it, like, yeah, I knew he was going to be this guy. I knew he was going to go there. Hafley went into a little bit more detail about him dealing with your guy, Jordan Love.
Oh, don't worry. We've got it coming up later.
So,
yeah.
There was a lot to like, a lot of love for Sean Mannion. I like to hear that, too.
Yeah, it's good. I mean, I said this, I think, with Amy earlier in the week. Like, the reason I'm not playing a lot of the, like, Sirianni Roseman talking about Mannion, the only way that has interest to me is if they, like, cast any doubt on him, because the guy you hired, you obviously are talking about how much you believe in him. I like hearing everyone else outside of Philadelphia talking about how much they love him and how they saw a future for him and how that, like, that to me is great because they don't have any interest in the game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what hit me? When you go into it saying, I wanted a guy with play calling experience.
Yeah.
But yet this guy does not have a lick of it, and then you went and gave him the job. Oh, we knew he was the guy. I don't know.
No, you knew he was the guy after the first couple of guys were gone.
Okay, that's part of it. But I just, if that's so important to you going in, that's 1A, how do you, really? Like, this guy better be that good. He better showing you a little something.
Better than Jim Bob Cooter? Matt Nagy?
I am not down on this hire at all, but
Right.
I just thought that was very interesting that Nick Sirianni steps out there and he says that going into it, I wanted a guy with play calling experience. You hired a guy without play calling experience. Just funny.
Oh, yeah. I'm sure.
This has no chance of blowing up in their face.
Absolutely not. No. I'm sure that everything's going to be fine.
Yes, that's it.
There's no way we're going to question that come August.
You drew up plays with A.J. Brown in mind. Oh, great.
Burn him.
He's not here anymore.
Invite him to the shore, Ray. Have a fire pit. On the burn all the plays.
I could convince AJ to stay for sure.
I bet.
Start DMing him. Just like,
no.
hey, here's a list of reasons you should stay, AJ.
He wants to go play with his boy Rabel. He's a Patriot. Wink.
Not yet. Not yet. All right, what else we got?
All right, keeping him on the combine. This went viral last night. I felt bad for him because I've done the same thing. Aaron Glenn was caught falling asleep, the Jets head coach, during the combine. He was resting his eyes. I've done it at LSU games. I've done it everywhere. I don't have the sound for it because they just said, oh, look, here's Aaron Glenn. And then all of a sudden he pans to the camera. Look up the video if you haven't seen it. He notices he's on air and just shakes it off. He was resting his eyes, though.
Am I allowed to say that I thought I saw, like, some whites in his eye on the left corner? I didn't think he was really sleeping like that. And his reaction was immediate, so he knew he was on TV. I don't know.
It was an eye rest. You know when your eyes get tired, you're talking all day, you're smiling.
I think I see some white right there in that left eye, Ray.
I think he's asleep.
I'm trying to have his back a little bit here.
Aaron, you're on TV. Coach Glenn.
Oh, man.
They've got the camera on you.
And it was a defensive lineman running. Yeah, that's not a good look. You don't want that. But, oh, no, it's a flub.
Yeah, I mean, it's not great that, they've said before the Jets owner's son has a lot of input on what happens with the Madden ratings. I would imagine him getting clowned on the internet. That owner's son's probably, hey, man, this is not good for us. We're going viral on TikTok right now with our coach falling asleep.
But maybe any publicity is good publicity if you're the Jets.
Nope.
No, not this one.
The problem with Aaron Glenn, he's got to get better at it. If you're going to sleep like that, you have to go like this, pretend you're looking down at a paper.
All right, so how often have you fallen asleep in public spaces that you've got a whole game plan?
A concert I've done it, the Zach Bryan concert when it was delayed. It was raining.
Oh, I was there that night.
Yep, it was a great time, but took a nap because it was raining, and then they let us back in. I have a picture of it. And then LSU games, I would do it often. It was so hot there, half commercial break, take a 2-minute nap because they have the guy come out, and it's 2 minutes. All right, 2 minutes, halftime.
I will say it's very impressive for someone, and I'd say this not saying that I would fall asleep out in public, but very impressive for someone that doesn't drink that you are falling asleep at these, as well hydrated as you are. That it's almost like an encouraging thought for those who have been like, yeah, I had a few, went to a game and fell asleep. Like, it's even the people that don't have anything to drink that are falling asleep at these games.
It's a long day. I worked, you got stuff to do.
That goes to the greater point that college football games are too long. Too long. They take too long.
But it's a long day no matter what. They can't cut it down.
I know, but they're too long.
It doesn't matter.
They are.
Wear some shades.
All right.
Yeah.
Sean, you go down to Louisiana. Oh, yeah, you're right, to cover it. But I have no shame. If someone's going to record me, I don't care. Put me on SEC Nation later. Whatever.
There you go.
That Zach Bryan night, that wait was miserable.
And I had work the next day. So in my head, I was like, I got to get the season now, enjoy the concert, go to work in the morning.
As did I.
Exactly. But you don't ever sleep. So you probably had
That's
no
true.
problem.
Yeah, I was fine.
Great concert, though. It was a great concert after the fact. All right. Talking about things that need to be shortened. Tim Hardaway Jr.'s press conference last night. Not Penny Hardaway. No relation there. Press conference. I would love to have been the person that had to cut this up because they definitely went home early last night. Take a listen.
Is anyone back there?
All right. You have a great evening.
Yeah, you guys got it?
Y'all good? You good? Perfect.
That was the whole press conference
There it is.
last night.
Nobody there.
14 minutes. 21 minutes, rather, 14 points.
He did his job.
I'm just curious because they brought him out to the podium. I'm curious how long it took them to take him out to the podium and if the story was inside the locker room and it's like they brought him out to the podium while everyone was in the locker room. And I always think about the media logistics of who's where, when,
They did
what.
say that everything they had gotten was from the locker room, which is why they didn't have to interview him.
Okay, so
post-game.
he came out to the podium after the locker room availability.
Yes, correct,
Okay,
according
so they
to the
took him a
article.
while to get him out to the podium.
Right. And they had no questions, and no one was really there.
Right. All right. We got what we needed from and Jokic and whoever. No, he's not even. But they got whatever they needed from
Correct.
whoever they needed.
Yeah,
and they were like, we're up and out of here. We're moving. Yeah.
He's
okay.
been with a
Nuggets.
lot of teams.
He is a Nugget. I was like, in my head, I was like, wait a second, Ray, you're going to walk yourself into sounding like an idiot
No,
here.
you
No,
had it.
I was right.
You're right. You're right. He was with the Detroit Pistons last year, with the Dallas Mavericks for a few years. Knicks, Hawks, Knicks. It's been around the block for a long time.
But yeah, that's and that's the tough thing.
I remember when he was in college, at Michigan. He was a first-round pick.
Yeah. God, how long ago was that?
2013. Yep.
Half a lifetime ago.
So, yeah, we'll be talking some college hoops. Big weekend, big night in college hoops coming up at 1:30, right? When I do
we
my
got
weekend watch list.
The weekend watch list with Sean Brace. Looking forward to that coming up.
A
at
lot of college hoops,
1:30.
including something we stumbled into yesterday. We were onto it. And we didn't really connect the dots. We didn't really do some digging, or else we would have been like, no, actually, you know what? There's a good chance that happens.
Oh, yeah, Slick Rick.
This weekend.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm mad. I can't say what I texted you back. I'm mad that it's happening.
Yeah.
But it's happening on their campus, or at a home game for them. And
Also, since we're doing some housekeeping, if you would not mind,
Yeah, of course.
yesterday we talked about how Commissioner Silver was sending the goons to check out an MRI up in Utah, courtesy of Tony Jones from The Athletic. And I just want to put this out here. I stumbled across it via a Utah Jazz blog. Just saw the headline, didn't really do too much digging into it. Saw that it was reported by The Athletic, whatever. Bad job by me. I wish I would have saw that it was Tony's, because we talk about him on this show to cover Sixers. I know he has a Utah connection.
yeah.
Tony came out and said he got that part wrong, that apparently the powers that be hit him up from the NBA and said, that's not happening. And he came out and said, yeah, that he got that one wrong. Now, people get stuff wrong from time to time.
Yeah.
That's a heck of a thing to get wrong, though, because, as I said, sending goons
We were doing HIPAA violations on the air. I was trying to figure out what exactly the medical precedent it is to send in league doctors to check on the team doctors to access health information to figure out whether or not the MRI is legit.
I was approving it. I was essentially approving a HIPAA violation. I did. I signed off on it.
You did, 100%. You co-signed it.
Send the goons in. Give me that MRI.
Yeah, we're both going to get yanked from the stage at this point. Adam Silver. David Stern's NBA. We wouldn't be on the air right now for talking about it.
Yeah, you know it was happening with David Silver's, with his league, but obviously they kept things under wraps there. Anyways, Stern, not David Silver.
Yeah, I knew.
I combined there. Isn't David Silver the Beverly Hills actor, if I'm not mistaken? I know.
David Silver is the principal research scientist at Google DeepMind and a professor at, I don't think that's
There's
University College London. Is that who you're talking about?
No.
I'd imagine you and him run in similar circles.
I thought the dude. What's his name? Yeah,
90210.
90210.
All right. Well, he's no longer the most notable David Silver.
And he was, he's still in the mix. All right, we'll move on.
David Silver is chasing superhuman intelligence with a $1 billion investment. Huh. There you go. See, that seems like your type of guy.
Yeah,
Robots will fight him first.
Brian Austin Green is the dang name for the actor. I apologize. So Brian Austin Green.
Oh, so it was a character name.
Yeah,
I'm sitting here looking up David Silver like an idiot.
Yeah, that's me. Sorry about that.
I'm an absolute dummy.
My brain doesn't. It's Friday. It's a feel-good Friday.
I'm glad we actually got this on the board, that this was
I'm an absolute dummy.
Have you heard from John March since 2 days ago?
No, I haven't heard from him.
No, we texted 2 days ago, and that was it.
Yeah, about Philly stuff. But I haven't talked to him. I don't like to bother on vacation.
No, you don't.
I'm not big on the, hey, man, how's it going down there?
Here's the difference. When you have kids, that's when you unplug. Ray, you're never going to unplug until, like, when I was 25, 30, 35, go on vacation. Yeah, I'm going to unplug. You don't unplug. You go belly up at a bar. You're going to pull your phone out. When you have kids, you literally put the phone away. Like, that's it. It's done, unless you're at Disney and then you have to go ahead and book rides. Other than that, your phone is not picked up.
Right.
So you truly don't unplug. At least this is coming from my experience until you have kids. If you have kids, then you can unplug. If you don't, you're never going to unplug, and you know that.
No, I don't unplug. I'm just terrible at answering people.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah. There's people from earlier this week that text me. They're still waiting for responses, and I feel bad. Yeah,
there's a lot going on.
Yeah, it's a busy week. It's a busy time of year. Like I tell everyone, St. Patrick's Day. That's when you get to see me.
It's up to something season, all right?
Yeah. I'm up to nothing, man.
It's scoop season right now.
Don't be saying I'm up to anything, all right?
Up to something over here.
I'm up to nothing.
We got some things working behind the scenes, I think.
I got nothing going on. All I got is Bryce Harper era in Philadelphia sports for the Philadelphia Phillies.
It's that time of year.
So we opened with that, and we got some reaction on the old Bird app.
Oh, yeah. A lot, too.
Yeah,
it's a great conversation. Great, as far as going back and hearing those press conference clips. It's funny.
Yeah, and I mean, I have to say the best one was definitely the Michael Franco. I totally forgot. I remember a lot of dumb stuff about Phillies history and all the just random in the weeds thing. We did that Phillies trivia thing a week ago, and the stuff I have in my brain, if I put it to any other use, I could be doing, probably something else. But I remember a lot about Bryce Harper coming here. I didn't remember the fact that he didn't wear number 7 because it was Franco's number. That was hysterical to me to listen back to last night. But we looked back on it because I saw a week ago the anniversary of Machado signing. And I was like, that's interesting. Like, that means the Harper anniversary is coming up because it was Machado first. That domino falls. It's like, all right, now you got to get Harper. And they did get Harper. They got it done with him. February 28th is the anniversary of us finding out when the news comes out. I think they officially tweeted out March 1st. Intro presser, I believe, March 2nd down there in Clearwater. And we were asking you, you're 7 years into it. This is more than a midterm at this point. You are more than halfway through this. How would you grade the era at this point? So going through the old Bird app and giving some of the answers, we got an A or an A minus. Clearly, he's won an MVP, changed the way the organization is run. Putting blame in no championship is unfair for baseball. One guy can only do so much, which is why I was at the A minus, because he doesn't have the title, but I don't know how much I could put on him specifically for that. We had someone that didn't quite get it, gave us an 8 or a 9. I'm assuming that means either a B or an A. 80%, 90% out of 10. I'm thinking for this, they need to bring the trophy home. Understand that one. We got a B minus here. He's mostly delivered on his end of the bargain. Injuries aside, his production, particularly in big moments, has been great. The team has used his contract to build a deeper roster, but the last few off seasons have missed the real issue each time, this year included. B minus. So I think that's more an indication of how you feel about the organization operating throughout his tenure than actually what you think about Bryce Harper, given the comment there. A minus, B minus. He's helped get this team into a competitor, but the lack of a World Series, even though he's been there, but lost the LCS, lost the LDS. I think he needs to win a World Series to get back into, again, for me, pushing him getting to A grading. So World Series win to get an A. An A. I see another A here. And then, that was actually for my outfit.
So, an A?
An A.
Nice.
Yeah.
So, one thing hit me, and real quick on this. How do we grade Joel Embiid's era? Just having fun, right? So we're talking about Harper. 7 years now. 7 years. 2019. 7 years.
Yeah.
6 years playing.
B probably.
Joel Embiid, the era of Joel Embiid, because he did not win a championship.
Right, and he hasn't gotten you into a championship.
Yeah.
That's the thing. Like, if I'm giving Harper, that was part of the reason that pushed me into the A category for Harper, is if thinking about other guys in the city, Embiid's one that comes to mind here.
Yeah.
I got to give Harper the credit for the pennant. I got to give Harper the credit for the MVP. I got to give Harper the fact that in this organization, looking at the history, what has his era been compared to the history of this organization? I got to look at the way he's performed in the postseason, which pushes him into the A category. I can't give him the full A, like the just A plus, because there's no title there, but A minus felt right. For Embiid, got the MVP. Comparatively to where this organization's been over the last 40 years, they've been more competitive. If we're going to give credit for the fun summers with Harper, we got to give credit for the winning winters with Embiid. So I'll go there. Problem is, he hasn't pushed them into an NBA Finals. He hasn't pushed them to an Eastern Conference Finals. So I can't go to an A minus the way I've gone to Embiid, or with them, Harper. I would give the A minus to Harper, probably a B for Embiid.
I'm going to run this tomorrow. This is going to be a segment on tomorrow's show.
Hey, no problem.
We're going to go around the
Bank
block.
It. Put it on the show sheet, man. Put it on the show sheet.
I'm banking it for tomorrow with that audio, Ray. Nice put. Yeah, it's interesting because I don't want to be unfair to Joel Embiid, but he hasn't got to that Eastern Conference final. Like, maybe if that happened, I could even sit there and say an A, not even a finals berth. It's been a hell of a ride with Joel Embiid, but the postseason success somewhat more greater for Bryce Harper. It is greater, and that pushes him into the A category. For me, fair, unfair, I got to give Joel Embiid a B+.
Neil, A minus to A. He's a top 50 player all time. He's on the Mount Rushmore Sixers, an MVP, a top 2 player over 4 or 5 years.
He's talking about Joel Embiid himself, the player. I'm talking about everything that, just as we brought up.
Well, yeah,
he's era.
The era of
he's an
Sixers
A player.
Hoops. Yeah,
absolutely.
Just the era itself.
He's a Hall of Famer.
What you got out of it. Like Harper's an A player.
Correct.
But I give A minus for the era because it hasn't gotten done.
Yeah, it's a total package conversation here.
But
he's not wrong.
He's not. Hey, shout out Neil.
Neil, you're not wrong.
This is a wild world. Neil is more positive than the host hosting the show. Usually Neil goes the opposite way on us.
Oh.
It must be a feel-good Friday.
Negative Neil.
Yeah. I want to get your feel on something coming up here.
All right.
Jesus Luzardo. Should we have already heard about an extension going into the last year? He'll be a free agent next year. If you really think he's going to break onto the scene this year, should the extension already have happened for him? We'll get into that conversation coming up. We got plenty more for you by way of Phillies conversation, some more birds coming for you. And also, I got a food take, or at least a food conversation I heard you have last weekend that I want to jump back into. Alongside Sean Brace, I'm Ray Dunn. This is Middays with Marks.
Now on 97.5 The Fanatic Sports Update.
History made. I'm Patricia Caputo with your Fanatic Sports Update. The Sixers have off tonight and Saturday night. The 2-game break comes after the team defeated the Heat, and Tyrese Maxey made history as the team's all-time leader in 3 points made.
Brendan Watford off the drive back to Maxey. This is for the all-time record. It's good. Maxey making it 3 out top, and he now leads the Sixers franchise in all-time three-pointers made. Franchise leader.
Sixers will now head to Boston to take on the Celtics Sunday night. The Flyers have off tonight after defeating the Rangers Thursday night. The win came with the help of Matvei Michkov, who scored 2 goals, including the game winner. The Flyers will look to keep it rolling when they head back home to take on the Bruins Saturday night. The Union have off tonight after defeating the Defense Force Thursday. The team will be back in action Sunday to take on New York City FC in their home opener. Phillies will take on both the Marlins and Tigers this afternoon in a split squad matchup. And according to NFL insider Diana Rossini, A.J. Brown's agent met with teams to discuss a potential departure of Brown from Philadelphia. This update is brought to you by Wawa. Busy days made simple with Wawa's $5 deals. Start with a big breakfast meal deal, then $5 crispy chicken sandwiches. Order in-app or at store. Gotta have a Wawa. I'm Patricia Caputo on the home of the Sixers, Flyers, and Union, 97.5 The Fanatic and the Fanatic app.
Sports here on 97.5 The Fanatic alongside Sean Brace. I'm Ray Dunn. Christian Caputo producing the program. It's a tongue twister right there. It's a lot to say.
Why? Well, luckily you're a professional.
I'm not so...
I'm trying to work. You know what I'm working in tomorrow? Let me write that one. I'm Beacon. How can I...
Beacon? Yeah, beacon of hope.
Yeah.
Beacon of
light.
Of light. What was the other word I used today that we were all surprised by?
Opine?
Opine, that's what it was, yes, because I sound like AI, apparently.
Not to pat myself on the back, but I'm an opine user.
You're an opinesman?
Correct, exactly. That's the name of my blog. The Beacon, though, that's a word I'm going to squeeze in on Saturday. That's going to be a bit. See, if I'm working on Saturdays, what I plan on doing is trying to roll, the hits that we roll, stumble
Play the
into.
hits,
Yeah,
some would say.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That we stumble
I've been told
into
of that once or twice.
from the week. Well, our hits are different than the other hits. Let's just be honest about that.
I've never worked in music. I just ran Chuck D'Amico. Never worked in music radio, though, so I don't know anything about playing the hits.
Play the hits.
Play the hits.
Oh, yeah, that's a whole different formula.
Yeah.
However, on Saturday, tomorrow, I'm filling in for Cooney. Coon's off. Kevin Cooney's got the day off from 10 to 1. I'll be filling in for him, sliding up. And we're going to have some fun tomorrow.
We have anything, what's 1 to 4? What's going on 1 to 4?
1 to 4, I think we got a Flyers game. Flyers are at 3, so I think I handed off to Shakri
that's right.
for a 90-minute show before.
Lead up into some hockey on the station here on 97.5, The Fanatic. There was one more thing I wanted to get. Oh, the reason why I'm telling you I'm not a professional. So, real quick, we're going to get to Jesus Luzardo and the extension. Bless you. Are you all right?
I'm all right. I'm all right. You know how it happens. You get 1.
2 in a row. You get 2 bless yous. The third one, I stop.
I got some hand sanitizer. Let me hit that.
Yeah, all right. Sounds good. The reason I'm not professional, that Catholic League film, the Philly Catholic League film from a year ago that I know Kyle Pagan was hyping up that you watched, we're a big fan of.
Bob Long. He's all over the place.
Well, yes, Bob Long's voice is all over the place in that. That was done by my friend Brian.
Nice.
Mermelstein, who puts that together.
What's Brian's connection?
Just a photo with a lot of connects in the Philly basketball scene. Wanted
That's
to
awesome.
do it. Yeah. So he went and did it last year. He's doing it again this year. And I can tell you I'm not professional because I was at his home for about 5 hours the other night. Voice tracking things. The number of times it was like, let's do that again.
Yeah.
Let's do that again. I couldn't say the cathedral for some reason.
I'm not even going to try because I will stumble. Yep,
reading it on I could say it without seeing it in front of me on paper, the cathedral, but I couldn't say it time and time again. It's like, yeah, you could probably be a voiceover guy. I was like, after today, probably not.
There used to be a spot way back in the day when I was here, and I used to say conveniently located. And even now I just said it, it still didn't sound right.
Yeah.
Conveniently.
Well, I have the same problem with Menark back there. Whenever I'm recording a commercial, it's like, all right, Menark, you got 15 minutes with me right now because something that should be done in 3 minutes is going to take a lot longer.
Well, look, we all make flubs. We all have errors from time to time. And look, Bryce Harper said, I want to bring a championship to D.C.
That's true. That's pretty consequential.
When he was signed by the Phillies.
That's pretty consequential in that way. All right. Speaking of another guy that went from a divisional rival to the Philadelphia Phillies, Jesus Luzardo.
A true beacon of this rotation.
Yeah, solid first season for Jesus Luzardo. Way to work Beacon in there. A good first season for Luzardo. He had that stretch in there where he was tipping pitches, where things got,
yeah.
I remember the panic around him for a few starts, able to bounce back. And, again, a good season. He had a good year for the Phillies. He's going into the final year before he hits free agency. I'm kind of curious from the Phillies side of things, from the crew that brought you the Christopher Sanchez extension, how we haven't gotten the Jesus Luzardo extension yet and why we haven't gotten it. Is it Luzardo betting on himself, not wanting to really go down the path of negotiating? Because if I'm the Phillies, that was something I probably want to get done before this offseason, before we even got to Clearwater.
Sure.
But they have not. I'm right now sitting here a little concerned about the fact that hasn't gotten done because I think he's in line for a pretty big year. I think coming off of last season, I can only imagine working with the Phillies for another year. I thought they tapped into his potential last year. I can only imagine they're going to tap more into his potential this season. I would have gotten this extension done at this point for sure.
Yeah, look, he is one of the better pitchers in the National League, right? 15-7, 3.92 ERA. He was finished. We talked about it the other day. He had voting for the Cy Young.
Yeah.
Which was surprising to a point. But 183 innings. Remember, he had a little bit of an issue with his elbow, if I'm not mistaken, back to the Marlins, and that's one of the reasons why that trade actually went down. I would say you never know. Like, I hate to use this caveat, and I do a lot. It's like these conversations are taking place. We just don't know what exactly is being said. I would imagine a lefty starter is probably asking for a lot of money. And the Phillies know immediately if whether or not he is in the future or not. I'm sure that there was a number discussed. They were probably worlds apart. And, oh, by the way, we just don't have that cash at this point in time. So we got to play it out. In a perfect world, I would love to see Luzardo here. Love to see him locked into a future contract. But it's not how it's playing out at this point in time. That doesn't mean he's gone.
No,
like
it
Ranger
doesn't.
Suarez, we knew was gone.
We knew he was gone. And they're not, like, with Ranger, they were in a bind with money this offseason where they had to upgrade the outfield. They were going to move on from Castellanos. You knew that was $20 million they were going to have to eat. And I think they were aware of that. I think you are looking at them having to bring in a bat, so that was going to be what ended up being with Garcia was $10 million. They were looking to bring back Schwarber. They were looking to bring back Real Muto, and for a second there, they weren't bringing back Real Muto, and they're doling out even more money to Bo Bichette, and they were going to have to move on with someone else. There was a money crunch, and next year there is money coming off the books. I know I saw this week our good buddy Tim Kelly on Pattison was writing about the story of the MLB exec that said that the Phillies are going to have to trim some payroll come next season, and maybe so. And maybe we don't even get a chance to have the Luzardo conversation about a contract because we're busy talking about a lockout.
Yeah.
But for me, at this point, I would like to see them have gotten this kind of taken care of. I would have liked to have seen them gone down the path of giving out this extension because he's an important part of your rotation, not just now, but going towards the future. And he's the one thing I point to over the last couple of years in the offseason where I think Dombrowski actually got creative. He made sure that you had your Ranger Suarez replacement in-house come for the next season. Now, Sanchez taking the step forward that he has become a Cy Young candidate also helps with this, but he made sure you had your replacement in-house, and I'm grateful for that trade. I'm just looking at it right now that it has to be from Luzardo's side that they're not pursuing this extension, that he would want to hit free agency, because from the Phillies side, you capitalized. You were able to get the guy here.
He's 28. He'll be 29 come September. Again, lefty starter, putting up some really good numbers for a team that was competing for something bigger than what the Marlins, and, of course, all respect to when he was with the A's as well. I just think that this is definitely something from their side of things. Like, okay, yeah, Phillies were interested as always. What's your number? Oh, here's the number. You cited across the table. Yeah, we think his worth is a little bit more than that. Is there anything that you can do to meet our offer? Nope. Okay, well, then we'll just wait. We'll see how this plays out.
It just kind of seems like a home run to me to have done it this offseason. But from what we're talking about, you don't know that these conversations aren't happening. I'm sure they are happening. I'm sure they've locked into this, and you're probably right. They slide the number across the table.
Oh, by the way, just saying, best-looking guy down there. Just saying, sharpest-looking man on the team. Jesus Luzardo.
Pro or anti-glasses?
Dude, with that picture, I was like, who the hell is that guy? Because he didn't have the glasses on, and that threw me off. Remember, it was last week or whatever it was. I was like, Phillies calendar, pop him on the cover. Ladies will be eating that up. Everybody be eating it up. Just sharp-looking man.
Well, when we come back,
Jesus Luzardo.
I'll invite more of our audience to make it to YouTube right now, because I know that you also are going through getting some eyewear, and I'd love to see what that eyewear looks like on you.
This is good.
So coming up, we'll get to that on the other side, plus a food take you had over the weekend that I've been waiting to address with you, because I heard you and our good buddy Seamus talking cheesesteaks last weekend, and that's also something I want to get into. So I'm going to invite our audience to get to YouTube to see the new eyewear that Sean Brace is rocking, because
you're going to like this.
Yeah, I'm going to enjoy it. We're all going to enjoy it. That's coming up next year on Middays with Marks. He's Sean Brace. I'm Ray Todd. was hitting 400 for us, this was his walk-up song.
Ooh.
Yeah, he had himself a heck of a summer.
Walk-up song.
Yeah.
What you in that league?
In that league.
Oh, okay. I thought you meant like somebody was playing with you. Like, wait. What league did you have walk-up music when you were?
Yeah, no, we had walk-up music.
For when you were calling the game?
No, for when he came up to bat.
Yeah, I know, but this league that you were a part of,
right,
was down in North Carolina.
Correct.
And you were in you were calling the game.
Yes.
Yeah. So my point was, in Ray Dunn's playing career.
Oh no, this wasn't my walk-up song.
No. I didn't have walk-up music. Was my point.
Oh yeah, no.
You don't get walk-up music till you make it to the show, right, Ricky Bo? Is that not how we're doing this anymore? Tell me, high school kids with these
they probably do
kitchen mitts and sliding gloves and protection everywhere, all over their place, have walk-up music now.
Probably, yeah, I would guess. I was in charge of cutting the walk-up music. That was my other duties as assigned, which was a pain. Because they have one bad game and it's like, I want to change my song. I'm doing the game notes. I'm getting ready to broadcast the game. I'm doing press stuff right now. I got to cut up another song just because you can't lay off the outside cheese, man.
Yeah, give them an inch. Yep, that's how it works.
Oh, it was actually the worst, the most egregious of it. We had a guy that came in that was threw really hard, was supposed to be our closer for the summer. First appearance he comes out. What song do you think he comes out to?
There's a million to choose from.
As a closer, one of the most iconic ones you come out to.
Metallica.
Enter Sandman.
There you go.
Comes out to Enter Sandman. 12 straight balls.
Nice.
Walks the bases loaded.
He was too juiced.
Then throws 5 pitches, 4 of them balls to the next batter. Walks in a run.
Yeah.
His first appearance coming out to Enter Sandman. He throws 16 of 17 pitches outside the zone.
He's off my team.
Did not get one swing.
Yeah, no. Sorry about that.
Walked in a run.
I'm anti this closer nonsense. I'm telling you. I am. I'm that guy.
Oh, you don't like the Duran entrance?
It's a little much.
Oh, my gosh.
But I'll tell you right now, you don't do it when you're down in the game. And I know that they changed that.
That's fair. Yeah, I'm in on that.
Put a bow on that
one. They did. That you hear some behind-the-scenes conversations
I thought
they
stopped last year.
Didn't they do it in the playoff game when he came out there?
See, I'm already getting frustrated by things that shouldn't matter. But that's
going to make our summer a lot of fun. Don't worry.
Okay.
Yeah.
You don't do that. If you're trailing in the game, you just come into the game. Let's go. Get 3 outs. On to the next. All right.
I got you. No, I'm not totally against someone. So.
All right.
Yeah. But I can't be against the entrance when they're winning.
All right. No, it's nice.
Lock down 3 outs. I want to get lost.
Everyone's getting nuts. Light it up. Gotcha. All right, speaking of light it up.
Yeah, so please, Sean Brace, explain to us, so you're losing your sight.
No, wow, these aren't even brown. It's just hysterical. All right, so I went to, my wife got her vision checked, right? So she had a vision test, eye test. Insurance covered it. She said, hey, I made you one, because she knows I won't do it. I haven't had my eyes tested forever, but I have been now having to use readers, right? So I bought them from Costco. Anyways, got officially, I'm now 1.25, which isn't much, okay? But yes, I need readers.
Yeah.
Cool, all good. So instead of the Costco brand, I said, because I want to wear them, I want to carry them around. I'm like, do they make stylish readers out there, right? So I Google stylish readers for men. And this website by Knockaround, which I've ordered sunglasses from, popped up. Great. Anyway, so I ordered these stylish readers for men. And for the YouTube chat, as you could quickly point out, they're not men's. No, these are definitely not dudes' glasses. These are very feminine shaped. And the color is almost pinkish. Almost, what color would you say? It's like a pinkish purplish. I thought it was, you go on their website, this is on the men's side.
I believe it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I bought them. Yeah, they're not.
No. When you said that you wanted to wear them around, I thought maybe you're going to get a chain attached to them and you're going to kind of hang them over your neck, kind of like a little grandmother style.
Like a librarian.
Yeah, or like a librarian.
No, I want to go like that. I just want to go over the shirt.
Yeah.
Keep them like there, boom. Because the issue is you need them and you don't have them. Like a restaurant, stupid stuff. You hand me something, show sheet, whatever it may be. Phone isn't too much of an issue, but they're also... What are they, blue blockers or what are they? Not
blue light?
Blue light.
Yeah, there you go. Blue blockers. Yeah.
That's a whole different sunglass there operation. But yeah, so obviously this screen looks great. And I don't need them at all times. But anyways, I bought these, and these are not guys' glasses.
No. I would encourage you, if you're listening right now over the air, to go back on our YouTube page later on, right about now, on the time, bookmark the time, and take a look at Sean Brace, because he's going to tweet out a picture, I believe, of himself coming up in a moment here. Yeah, those are definitely ladies' glasses. You're getting your money back?
So it's funny because I go, all right, hit the return button, and you can hear how cheap they are. They're $20, under $20.
Yeah, okay.
So they're cheap.
Not a bad.
And they said, no, just keep them. We'll send you a little gift certificate. So I ordered up a green pair that are dudes. And I don't know if they're the similar. I think they're similar shape.
How green are we talking?
They are my shirt green.
Oh, okay.
The REI green that if Bayless is making me out to be a lover of, which I am. It's like the eagle green, or not midnight green. It's more of like a camo green.
Yeah.
That's my army green. That's what I like.
I was wondering if they were, I don't know if you saw, I was watching Birds Huddle the other day, and Michael Barkan was rocking a really nice Eagles jacket. Like, I think it was the Kelly Green-esque.
Did he match?
His glasses were pretty close on the Kelly Green look as well.
He's comfortable, man. He's rocking the red glasses. He's got the blue glasses.
You should get the glasses deal he's got. Because he's got some different glasses rolling every time again.
That's taking it another step. I just want 8 pair that looks good, that looks a little stylish, that I keep around my neck right here. That's all I want.
Yeah.
That's all I want.
Sure.
It's little things in life, right?
While we're talking about what's going on with you, I heard you talking with our buddy Seamus Clancy over the weekend about the cheesesteak wars going on in this world.
He's got a great newsletter. Subscribe to it, From Abroad with Love.
My neighbor.
Seamus Clancy's your neighbor.
Not really anymore. I'm a few blocks away from him now, but we used to be right around the corner from one another.
Great dude, diehard Philadelphian, and knows a thing or two about what's happening in our city with sports, too.
And what's going on with the cheesesteaks.
That was great.
So you are anti-seeded roll?
I'm not anti-seeded roll, but here's the take.
Okay.
The take is if you're not making your bread in-house, the seeds, does it really matter? Like, you can give me a seeded roll for, I'm like, all right, cool, you know. The bread, the difference is between Angelo's and everybody else, it's because that bread is made in-house.
Yeah, that helps.
It can be seeded, it can be not seeded, whatever. It's made in-house. That's the difference. Am I wrong?
See, I'm curious whether or not the my place, Del Rossi's, in Northern Liberties, in the neighborhood at which I can't take you seriously.
I haven't had a Del Rossi's, but they've been getting
dude, you got to come down.
A ton
you
of
got to come down to Northern Liberties. I'm telling you, man, this life-changing cheesesteak.
I've heard a lot.
My number one.
Really?
Oh, yeah. It's fantastic. Seeded roll, too. Cooper Sharp. It is the 21st century cheesesteak with the Cooper Sharp and the seeded roll.
Yeah, well, that Angelo's made popular?
Yeah, but
sure.
And I'll say this. I love a good Angelo's cheesesteak.
You come at the king, you best not miss, Ray.
I love a good Angelo's cheesesteak. I can get Del Rossi's pretty easily.
Yeah, that's a huge deal.
Yeah.
But Angelo's supposed to be opening up a shop in Conshohocken right up.
Oh, okay. Well, there you go. Then you'll be able to easily get it.
Let's go, Danny. Let's go, Danny. Clock's tipping, Danny. Let's go.
But
some Angelo's in my life.
I need you to get down to Northern Liberties then, because you need to have this cheesesteak.
Okay.
And that's what made me pro-seeded roll. A couple years ago, we had this conversation about the unseeded versus seeded roll. I'd be like, what do you need a seeded roll for? Now, it's changed my life. I don't necessarily agree with the whole patch changing up the way they've done everything for a long time. I feel like you got to kind of keep with what's got you where you're going.
Very odd.
But, man, that's a cheesesteak down there.
And one of the big reasons why I brought on Seamus to talk about this topic was exactly that with Pat's. And the reason why Pat's decided to add a seeded roll to their menu was because he said that customers were asking for it. In my lifetime, I'm not asking for a seeded roll.
From Pat's, I'm not. No. Now that I've had the seeded roll, I don't know if I could see the world in which I go back. I'm not going to go to a place and tell them to change how they make their cheesesteak. I feel like that's the wrong way to go about doing it.
Absolutely. The first time,
however,
when I knock on your door the first time, I'm asking you, what do you recommend? I know they don't want to talk to us.
Right.
I got my ways, but I also want to know what's the heavy hitter. I go in with knowledge, too.
Yeah, of course.
However, yeah, I'm not asking for a seeded roll. I'm just not. Like, hey, man, you got a fresh roll? Oh, great, let's go. Coop Sharp, I'm in.
I can't imagine my life without the seeded roll now.
Green pepper? No, I can't.
No, stop it.
Stop it.
Dude,
I'm kidding.
As a person that does a lot of travel, I get personally offended in every city.
But that's outside of Philadelphia. That's what
I know,
you get.
but just don't call it a Philly cheesesteak.
Dude.
Just tell me, give me a steak sandwich. Insult me.
In Scranton, Pennsylvania, I went to high school, grew up. It's not a cheesesteak. It was a steak and cheese.
Oh,
that's how you ordered it.
I met a woman that called it a steak and cheese. That was it.
How I ordered it from M6, great deli that I grew up with. Can I get a steak and cheese? We didn't ask for Cedar rolls, Ray. Steak and cheese. That's how I grew up with. Now, I know people are like cringing hearing that, but that's the reality.
Oh,
and we all know it. Subway with the green peppers and onions.
Oh, Debs, don't even insult me with that.
Well, that's...
You don't like green peppers?
I love green peppers, not on a cheesesteak.
Gotcha.
That's outside of Philadelphia. That's what you get. Or, outside of Jersey,
it's
outside
not
of
a
Philly.
cheesesteak. Call that a steak and cheese.
Yeah.
Don't tell me you give me a Philly cheesesteak and give me this crap.
Or Danny and Coop's, which is also in Angelo's up in NYC. That's Coop,
Yeah, I got you.
Yeah.
Cooper
Bradley Cooper. And, yeah, there you go.
All right. I give an A.
I'm getting hungry.
I really noticed that for myself. This airport food's going to hit in about an hour and a half.
My cholesterol is down. I got the blood work back this week. How about that?
How about
Hey.
How about that?
And to my wife that looks at me and goes, "You worked out." I worked out over 170 times at Vision Fit last year, and I didn't lose any weight, but my cholesterol is down. All right, so that's a win. And I just got to do a little bit better as far as the diet. So maybe cheesesteaks aren't the best, but man, I could kill for one.
I could kill for one right now. I knew what I was going to do to myself there. I give an A to the Del Ross's cheesesteak. Now, what did the Eagles players give an A to?
Ooh, God, he is so good.
That's what we're getting into coming up next. Afternoon show demanded an apology for the way we talked about Sirianni.
Get out of here.
We'll get to the grading that came out from the NFL Players Association.
That's not true!
On the Eagles. Also, what Jeff Hafley had to say about Sean Mannion. That's all coming up. The Big Bird segment coming your way next here on Middays with Marks.
Now on 97.5 The Fanatic Sports Update.
History made. I'm Patricia Caputo, and this update is brought to you by Morgenstern Medical. This February at Morgenstern Hair Restoration, you can book a hair transplant. You'll receive a full year of Nutrafol absolutely free. Call 610-831-HAIR or visit morgensternhair.com. The Sixers have off tonight and Saturday night. The two-day break comes after the team defeated the Heat, and Tyrese Maxey made history as the team's all-time leader in 3 points made. Here was Maxey after his accomplishment.
It's a blessing. I'm just happy, man. I'm blessed. Thank God for the opportunity. I thank God for the Sixers organization for drafting me, trusting me, believing in me. Thankful to both my coaches, Doc and Nurse. They installed a lot of confidence in me.
The Sixers will now head to Boston to take on the Celtics Sunday night. The Flyers have off tonight after defeating the Rangers Thursday night. The win came with the help of Matvei Michkov, who scored 2 goals, including the game winner. The Flyers will look to keep it rolling as they head back home to take on the Bruins Saturday night. The Union have off tonight after defeating the Defense Force Thursday. The team will be back in action Sunday and take on New York City FC in their home opener. Phillies will take on both the Marlins and Tigers in this afternoon in a split squad game. This update is brought to you by TireRack.com. Rain or shine, drive with confidence on Verdesatine tires from Tire Rack. Verdesatine tires deliver precision handling, dependable traction, and quiet comfort. Ship fast and free. The 2-year on road free road hazard protection. TireRack.com on 97.5 The Fanatic.
Thank God it's
Hey now. A lot of conversation about food right now, Ray.
Oh, man, where?
On the YouTube chat.
Oh.
And a popular, I will tell you this much. They're not lying. I'm a huge banana pepper guy.
On the cheesesteak?
Not on it, but I like to get the ramekin side of it. And, you can do what you want.
I like
with
a good banana pepper.
Yeah, banana peppers are the best. They really are.
Throw
the
it on
best.
a little sandwich.
That and pickled onions on a sandwich.
Oh, man.
That's a go-to.
Now you're talking.
Yeah, man.
Now you're talking.
That's what it's all about.
Now I'm starving.
That's what it's all about.
Now I'm hurting here.
So with the fact that I'm trying to cut down on the LBs, I'm soaking everything with hot sauce these days.
Are you now?
Why? Because it's better than ranch, better than, ketchup, mayo, all that.
It is?
Yeah, you can literally make buffalo chicken dip. And there's no calories in that, I think. But no, Frank's Red Hot Sauce with
Who told you
chicken.
that?
With chicken. I'm telling you.
that?
Hang on. Time out. No cream cheese, no ranch, no blue cheese. Hang on. Look it up.
Whatever makes you feel good.
So we get the rotisserie chicken that you get packaged up, right, from your local Acme.
Yep, you got
go.
me on board so far.
All right. And you just get Frank's Red Hot. And you dump a bottle in that bad boy, marinate, let it go, bring it out. And the problem is you throw it on some bread, now you're dealing with some issues. But if you get the tortilla, now it's a little bit of a low-cal snack. I don't know if it's 0 calories.
I'm not a nutritionist, so you know what? I'm not going to pass any judgment.
Well, nothing's 0 calories but water.
Okay, well.
And everything that's processed to be 0 calories.
No, there's 0 calories.
Right, exactly.
0
like the
calories,
sparkling
Diet Cokes.
Yeah, that's
Zero
calories.
That's 0 sugar, though.
0
Not 0
calories.
calories.
No, 0 cals,
Zero
too.
calories.
There's
Oh,
0
it's
cals.
Well, that's fake.
Is hot sauce 0 calorie?
I think
You
it
can't
depends
hear
on the
me.
hot sauce. Is hot sauce 0 calorie? He's asking.
Yes. Hot sauce. I'll look it up right now.
Yeah,
I just
and Ricky
thought
said, I don't know about 0. What company is this? I'll look it up.
Frank's.
Frank's hot
There
sauce?
it is. 0.
Of course. If they said it, it must be true.
Told you. Anyways.
I just thought you were eating because they get the burning sensation in your mouth. You'd be like, I don't want to eat anymore.
That's part of it, too. I swear to you. It's funny you said that.
That was the logic in my head. I'm an idiot, but that was the logic in my head.
A big thing that they are trying to push these days is to brush your teeth after dinner. So you don't. That's my issue. I snack. I'm a snacker. I'm always munching, always be consuming. That's what my wife says.
I got an idea. Why don't you go drink a whole bottle of Frank's?
No, I'll pass on that. Yeah, I would imagine something's gonna hurt if that happens.
And Sean won't be here tomorrow.
Oh yeah, that might not
You
tickle.
guys went from beers on Sunday to him telling you to drink an entire
whole
bottle of
bottle.
hot sauce by Friday.
Hot takes, you right? You like that?
Oh, look at that. Yeah,
Let's
we're
get
scorching.
Frank's as a sponsorship, but no, I kid. So that's what they push. ABC, always be consuming. Brush your teeth in the midnight hour or after dinner, so you're not snacking in the midnight hour. And then I'm using a lot of hot sauce.
That
No?
wouldn't stop me.
Are you a snacker?
Yeah, absolutely. The toothbrush is still there. Oh yeah, I brushed my teeth after dinner. Congrats on having clean teeth when you go snack 3 hours from that.
It's got that taste.
3
Yeah.
hours later?
When do you eat dinner?
I'm saying it mentally might
Oh yeah,
put
sure.
you at ease for those 2 hours leading up.
That's what I'm saying. It's not going to stop me the rest of the night.
I need some positivity here, guys.
You have great willpower. We talked about the willpower of Patricia earlier this week. You've got great willpower. I have none.
Okay.
All right. What I'm saying here is it would not work for me.
I'm the guy that's telling you I'm brushing my teeth after dinner now, and I don't know about my willpower, but go ahead.
Yeah, but you obviously have sought a solution and you're going after a solution.
I can't help it. As long as I got the Guinnesses flowing, let's be honest. All right.
Well,
empty calories are empty calories.
Don't those have calories in them
Oh,
too?
God, yeah.
Yeah, so you knock those out, your life's gonna change. Sorry, I made a joke.
It's just the reality of the situation. Yeah.
Give Trish.
Well, but I'm
case of-
saying, especially with guys, they say it's the easiest to lose weight if you just stop drinking
Of course. Yeah, no doubt.
or just cut down on drinking. But live your life however you want. I'm just saying,
I'm
if you
a weak-
wanted to
I'm a-
attain your goals.
I'm a weekend snacker on that front.
Yeah, I only drink on the weekend.
I didn't have a beer this week.
Or snack. I only snack.
I'm still feeling the hurt from Monday.
You only drink on the weekend.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, okay.
He says, telling the absolute truth.
Yeah, my doctor asked me, how many drinks you have? I'm like, 6. Yeah, my nose grew a couple inches.
How many drinks do you have in a week? I hear as how many days do you drink in a week? That's it. It all depends on your perception of the question.
I'll tell you, though, when I do cleaning up kitchen and stuff like after dinner. I enjoy having a beer. I don't necessarily drink a beer with dinner, but I've got to do a bunch of stuff around. Crack one.
Yeah, so help me. It's like a little.
One turns to two.
You got to bring a little bit of excitement to the chores, man.
Two to three. Now we're at.
What fun is writing a show sheet if you can't have a beer with it?
Nice work.
I have a fine time, but I guess I have a water with lemon. I'm set to go.
Nice work. Stick to
Zero
that
calories,
script.
by the way.
Yeah, there you go. You're right about that.
All right. Getting back to the Birds. Yesterday, we get the NFLPA grades that come down. And the Sirianni lovers amongst us pointed out very quickly that the coach got an A. Defensive coordinator got an A+, which was great to see. Everybody still loves Vic. Makes sense. Sirianni got an A. Notably from the coaching staff, the offensive coordinator got a C+.
Heard that. Or saw that. Excuse me. Saw that.
That's not surprising on that one, that he got what he got.
He was terrible at his job.
I would say that it is
surprising that he only got a C+.
And that's the exact point. If Patullo gets a C+, what exactly are we talking about in terms of a grading curve here? Because I can't imagine there's a lot of happy people in there, but he still got a C+ because he's a nice guy.
Yeah, exactly. That's what it comes down to, right? You don't want to rip the guy too much. I'm sure that he cared.
But
he tried, and he was a nice guy. He's been around the organization for a long time, right?
Yep.
Has worked up relationships with a lot of these guys, spent some time one-on-one with a lot of these guys. Ultimately, he was bad at his job. It's not the first time we've seen something like this take place at the professional sports level or in our everyday life. There's somebody that makes a lot of money that's working next to you right now listening that you know darn well you could do a better job.
Absolutely. So A, C+, A+, A-, A-, A-. 2 A- went to strength and position coaches for the Eagles. Special teams coordinator also got an A alongside the head coach. So,
sorry, not to cut you off, but they did get ripped on something. What was it, locker room?
They got ripped in the treatment of families and team travel.
That's crazy. The treatment of families.
Team travel was an F.
How do you get an F? This is Jeffrey Lurie's organization. I don't understand how that comes about. And I think this is back-to-back years.
Oh, yeah, they've been terrible with this. I think it was daycare that was cited before, like game day daycare was cited before for that, I think.
Okay.
Travel, I forget what it was, because I remember it came out last year what they were doing. They also did get a D for locker room.
Yeah, locker room. Well, that's what happens when you bring a happy bunny in there.
Well, and to be fair,
They
locker
should get
room
a D for that.
Locker room across the board. Cleveland got an F. F- for Pittsburgh. F- for Arizona. D- for Tampa Bay. The Giants got a D. Kansas City got an F. Just continue. Tennessee got a D+. Carolina got a D+.
And here's
the Rams got a D.
And here's the question, and that's ridiculous. So, I would love to know why, like the minutia details. Don't really care right now. But my point is this. LA Rams have a brand new stadium. Mm-hmm. How is that locker room getting a D? The Giants, MetLife, that's a state-of-the-art facility. It stinks. It's a terrible stadium. But come on, and the inner workings, it's unbelievable.
Can I tell you what I think?
How's it getting a D?
And I'm 25, so I can't really give this generation spoiled thing. You think about the top-level guys that come through the SEC, the Big Ten, these big-time programs. You look at these locker rooms, you look at, like, what they built, like the Palace, Clemson's got the massive, like, these programs they come through in college.
You're right.
Are like, you walk into the real Caesar's Palace when you're there, and then you come to the NFL, and for some of them, it's like, this is all I got.
That's
Turn
all
to the
I
locker
get.
room.
Yeah.
This is it. Like,
where's my bed?
Right. So, not that these guys kind of haven't made in college. Well, some of them kind of haven't made in college.
Right.
You've seen some high schools too, especially in
Oh,
Texas.
yeah.
They're ridiculous.
Down south, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So I think for some of them, it's like the expectation of what's next, of like, oh, this is going to be so great. And it's like, nah, man, this stinks. Even if you're 10 years into the league, you're like, I just look what I donated to my alma mater and what they built.
It's a good call, Ray.
I think that's a little bit of where it comes from.
Yeah. Maybe you need a little ping pong table, pool table action, PlayStation room, all of the above. You're right, though. When you look at Oregon, that facility out there, those lockers, again,
Nike keeps just
some of these places, you hit a button and it turns into your own stall where you can lay down and catch some shut-eye. And it's a little different story from college because you obviously have more time to kill at the facility less of a it's different this day and age,
Right.
but you understand what I'm saying. More professional at the NFL level, get in, get out, that type deal. I don't know. I think you nailed it though. You're probably right on that. And look, you're talking about brand new state-of-the-art facilities. It's just okay. Bringing it back to the Eagles for a second, that is disappointing, and it's something that you would think Jeffrey Lurie would probably want to improve on, right? He doesn't want any of that being said about his organization, especially the treatment of players. Like, no, that's not good.
No, it's not good.
And again, traveling, like what are we missing here? Is it something that somebody has to foot the bill?
Do they not have a private jet? Do they have to rent? Is that one of the things? 'Cause I know the Patriots have a private jet. I don't know. I don't know. But like, if he has to go get up one of those souped up, like, if he has to make the investment on like, all right, let's get you the big time plane here. I don't know.
I'm sure it's something along the lines of in other teams they foot this bill, they pick up this tab. With the Eagles, they don't, and that's what it probably is.
Yeah, they kind of got to get on it, though, with some of these that they're constantly complaints about. Now, I would like to go to this Sirianni A, because I was told in the you got to apologize thing that the Sirianni A, and this is literally an off-air conversation with Colarulo.
All right.
Of like, all right, he got an A. Like, the players really like him. I saw him celebrating online. I saw a lot of people pointing to, look at how much the players care about him. Is an A something that saves Sirianni if things don't go well next year, just that the players like him? Or are we supposed to say that because, hey, you got an A from his players, that this season the end was acceptable because the guys like him, that's a good reason? Like, I wasn't firing him after last year. But players like him goes, hell yeah. How far in terms of this guy being a long-term fit in Philadelphia?
I got a text message, and I definitely got a DM from somebody I respect about our conversation yesterday. And I asked you point blank, 9-8.
Right.
What happens? And they said that was disrespectful, that we both were so sure, lockfire, that he would be
Well,
gone.
you said you take the postseason out. If he goes 9-8, I assume they're getting bounced in the first round as a 7 seed.
I agree. I'm with you. I'm not back. I went back and forth. I'm like, no, I just look at it from this point, like the expectation. Oh, and then they go into what just took place. And I'm like, all right, I guess if things are put together a little bit more than they were this last year. I mean, it felt like they were extremely unorganized. When things were bad, things were bad. And we know that is the case with Sirianni. When things do go bad with this team, they fall off a cliff. Now, on the flip side, of course, when things are going great, they win Super Bowls. So you got that to throw in my face. But 9-8, I don't think if Jeffrey Lurie was to move off of him going 9-8, missing the playoffs, or being eliminated in a wild card game at home against the 49ers, a game that you should win, I'm telling you, I think he's done. I don't think he returns.
Is it disrespectful from our vantage point, or is it the reality in which this organization exists? There had been reporting that week 4 of the year they win the Super Bowl, they're 2-2, and Lurie's ready to, he's got his finger over the button.
That's true.
After 2023, he's busy looking at yachts. So they have to delay the end of season presser between Roseman and Sirianni. Like, I don't think it's a crazy disrespectful thing. I think it's just knowing how this organization operates. And if this organization holds himself to such a higher standard that, yeah, if he was coaching somewhere else, maybe he wouldn't be under that much scrutiny. Maybe he wouldn't be out that quickly. But also, if he was coaching somewhere else, would he have the resources to succeed the way he has here? I think it's a fair conversation.
Oh, yeah.
You could say it's unfair the way he's talked about given his record, but knowing the way this organization operates and knowing the fact that, listen, they have high expectations. They think they put together something really, really good multiple times. And they've won a Super Bowl. But they go 9-8 next year. He makes the playoffs. They get bounced. Like, I would think you're probably talking about him being gone. So I don't think it's a disrespectful conversation. I think it's just acknowledging the way the Eagles organization works.
They already showed us.
You got a problem with the Eagles organization, you go take it up with them.
They showed us the blueprint. They showed us how they think. And, oh, by the way, removing Doug Peterson after winning the first Super Bowl in franchise history tells you all you need to know. Nobody is locked into a full-time job here as far as years on years. Ultimately, it's what have you done for me lately? And I have no issue with that. I am all about Jeffrey Lurie and Howie Roseman, how they operate. They swing big, and most of the time they're hitting it far. So if that's the case, 9-8, it's another disappointing season. Regardless of what we're saying from the stands, what they're saying on the inside matters most, and I would imagine they'll be in agreement with all of us.
I will see if the players are in agreement with him because he got an A from his players.
Yacht travel, though, man. I'll tell you what. I imagine that family trip to the yacht with Lori and company as an A+.
Did he ever end up buying it? Do we know? I just remember that was the excuse of why he wasn't back. That he was.
Let me tell you, it's a bad time to buy a yacht.
Is it?
Yeah.
Well, it was 2023. Was that a better market for the
Were
yacht?
you thinking about it
Yeah,
with the glasses
I
and then
did.
the yacht right after?
I went to the AC boat show and
I think that's this weekend.
did my due diligence. Yeah, I saw, what's her name, Tessa from PHL 17. Tessa.
Was Tessa there?
She was there.
I could tell you people who are going to be there tomorrow.
Who's that?
My family.
Oh, the boat show? I did an event there once.
Are they buying a yacht tomorrow, right?
They are not. No. We were just.
Not
We're
on the
thinking
budget
we're
this
going to
year?
keep the current yacht that we have. We're just kind of perusing. My dad wants to make sure he's able to make it down to the Bahamas nice and safely come next year.
As strange as it is, I want a boat over there by Morgan's Pier.
Oh, man.
On the Delaware right there?
Dude, I've been saying this. I've said
I
this
want
on
a
these
boat right
airwaves
there.
before. I'm not the first one to have the idea. I want the Union Booze Cruise. I want you to be able to pick up the yacht in Center City.
It was supposed to be, Ray.
I want to take it down to Delaware. I want to keep advocating for this. I need to find the money for this.
All the way underneath the bridge.
Instead of the media work I'm doing for them right now, just let me host the Booze Cruise.
It was supposed to be, and then I don't know what took place. Obviously, you have to put a lot more money.
Well, yeah,
into
you just
that.
don't. There's nowhere to dock it.
Correct.
This has been explained to me a few times.
Shallow waters, though. You could jump off and walk up.
Because if you people think that I don't actually voice what I'm thinking to people when I get in the room with them, you're wrong. I have voiced this concern a couple of times when I've been down there about I want a Union Booze Cruise. Just like when I was down at the American tournament last year and they were like, we're looking for a new place to hold the tournament every year. I went up to pretty much every conference official and was like, put it in New Orleans. And people thought I was kidding. Like, women's basketball team was like, you didn't go up to conference officials. I was like, of course I did. What are they going to do? They're laughing in my face about having it in New Orleans, but I'm going to let them know I got at least one vote here.
Yeah.
It'd be great. New Orleans would do a good job.
I would have a great time. I was more thinking about that, but
Right,
yeah.
you're only thinking of yourself, but you need to push the tourism aspect.
Well, I did. I said, think about the number of people that would come down. I was like, I know a crowd that would come down for a New Orleans conference tournament. I mean, they'd be a bunch of crazy hooligans, but they would enjoy it. I speak up for the change I want to see.
I love it. Yeah, the Booze Cruise definitely was something that was supposed to happen. Remember, we were talking pre-show about Xfinity Live and now known as Stateside Live, that was supposed to be. There was supposed to be a connector from literally across the street at Xfinity Live all the way to like the Phillies ballpark, Citizens Bank Park 400 level, if I'm not mistaken, into Blueprint. There's some jets and stuff, some flying cars. We'll get there. Yeah. Some big hotels down there. Now, you got the casino, so that kind of lived up a little bit to the hype there as far as that's concerned. But
yeah, I enjoy live casino.
I do, too. I promise you that. Yeah, I never stayed overnight there, but at least there is an option to do
I've
so.
heard wonderful things from those. I know both Kincade and Salciunas have. They both have enjoyed
it's
it.
top of the line.
Yeah. So, yeah. All right. One thing quickly here, because we've had this waiting in the holster now for 2 days, and I want to make sure we hear from Jeff Hafley.
Oh, yeah.
Dolphins head coach, which, by the way, what a rise for him. Boston College head coach, goes to become the defensive coordinator of the Packers, does such a good job with the Packers, gets himself an NFL coaching job just within a couple of years. He worked opposite of one Sean Mannion. Mannion obviously working with the quarterbacks in Green Bay while Hafley was the defensive coordinator. He had this to say about Sean Mannion.
Oh, unbelievable person. Great friend, highly intelligent, really good with the players. What he did with Jordan, all the extra time he put in with them, you could just see that it was going to happen sooner than later. Not surprised. Not surprised at all. And he'll have a really, really bright future. A guy who played the position, studied the game. I'll be rooting for him because he's one of the really good guys in this league.
There you go. First of all, I have heard multiple people now. I flip around. I'm all over the place when it comes to radio and all that, NFL Network. And there was a general manager. Who was it? I forget. Was it former of the Tampa Bay Bucks? His name is slipping my mind now. He's doing media stuff. Anyways, he goes, look, because the question was when you're at the combine, do you scout other scouts? And he went into the fact that, like, yeah, you really can't, but you do have some strange meetings, and then, you'll take some notes down, take some names down. And he said one of the guys that really caught my attention was that guy who is now the head coach of the Miami Dolphins, Jeff Hafley. He's like, immediately when I talked to him, I knew that he had something different. So, look, he's a leader of men. Had the opportunity to do BC, as you pointed out. Now, he's the Miami Dolphins head coach. Good luck.
Yeah.
It's a tough place, but...
Right. Well, and Hafley now is saying, so one that we've identified here is great at identifying talent is identifying talent and coaching. So
there you go.
It's just like, tree of success. Yeah. This Hafley just listening to like where he came from and where he went down. Albany for a GA spot, Pitt for a GA spot, D-backs coach, Rutgers D-backs coach, Tampa Bay, also just coach of defensive backs, Cleveland, same role, 49ers, same role, co-defensive coordinator at Ohio State, then gets the Boston College job, and leaves the Boston College head coaching gig to go to Green Bay to be the defensive coordinator, ends up a head coach. Hell of a run there.
Oh, yeah.
New Jersey guy, too. Montville.
There you go, Trish.
Are you now a Dolphins fan?
I'm rooting for him. No, I'm kidding.
You know what we got to do? We have to have Trish give us her ranking of top New Jersey people. And where does Bruce Springsteen?
Oh, he's top 3. I can tell you that.
Ooh, who are the other 2?
I don't know. That's why I got to think because. Give me a second. You can't put me on the spot.
Where does Salciunas and Connor Thomas fit
come on,
in this? Colorulo, also a Jersey guy.
I know.
Well,
he lives in Jersey now, but he kind of grew up in Jersey.
He grew up
right?
in Jersey. Yeah, he's got like the split, like some Philly.
Mike Trout's got to be on that list, right?
Actually, yes, because I know a guy who. Okay, I know a few guys, but I won't say one of the other. I know another guy who was with Mike Trout the day after he got drafted. His wife's father's a big bowler, so they would come into a Vineland bowling alley, and then he was there the night before and got a signed card.
How about that?
Yep.
You think Mike Trout had anything to do with the Vineland Bojangles?
Maybe there was some influence with the golf.
Finally did something for Philly, am I right, guys?
People could take a break. Mike Trout would be on that list for me. Yeah.
All right, we'll have to put you to work on.
By the way, intro presser for Bryce Harper. Not a lot, but a decent amount of Mike Trout conversation. If you remember that timing. Trout before he signed that mega extension.
Harper and Trout in the same outfield.
Yeah, I remember. Remember those conversations?
Well, you remember you were joking with me about wearing an Angels hat many years ago, and the reason why I did was because of Mike Trout.
Yeah, I'll push it for Trout.
Yep. Yeah. Big Trout guy. Big
Trout fishing? Is that the?
I did that on Fox 29. I was fishing for trout.
Yeah.
Went out there, had the pole. I was trying to get Mike Trout signed by the Phillies.
Yeah.
Didn't happen.
Tried our best. All right. Coming up, what's up this weekend?
Oh, a whole lot.
What are we watching, Sean Brace?
A whole lot.
And will Sean Brace be outside?
Oh, man.
All that coming up. Plus, I'm taking an early victory lap. 1 inning into spring action. I'm taking an early victory lap just so I can have it now. Alongside Sean Brace, I'm Ray Dunn. This is Middays with Marks.
Now on 97.5 The Fanatic Sports Update.
History was made last night. I'm Patricia Caputo with your Fanatic Sports Update. The Sixers have off tonight and Saturday. The 2-day break comes after the team defeated the Heat, and Tyrese Maxey made history as the team's all-time leader in 3 points made.
Brendan Watford off the drive back to Maxey. This is for the all-time record. It's good. Maxey making it 3 out top, and he now leads the Sixers franchise in all-time three-pointers made. Franchise leader.
Sixers will now head to Boston to take on the Celtics Sunday night. Flyers have off tonight after defeating the Rangers Thursday night. The win came with the help of Matvei Michkov, who scored 2 goals, including a game winner. The Flyers will look to keep it rolling as they head back home to take on the Bruins Saturday night. The Union have off tonight after defeating the Defense Force Thursday. The team will be back in action Sunday to take on New York City FC in their home opener. And the Phillies taking on the Marlins and the Tigers this afternoon in a split squad game. This update is brought to you by TireRack.com. Rain or shine, drive with confidence on Verdesitine tires from Tire Rack. Verdesitine tires deliver precision handling, dependable traction, and quiet comfort. Ship fast and free with 2 years of free road hazard protection. TireRack.com. I'm Patricia Caputo on the home of the Sixers, Flyers, and Union. 97.5 The Fanatic and the Fanatic app.
90 minutes away from apparently a big moment here on the station.
What do we got?
We just got news. We got word handed down to us that the man that broke the three-point record for the 76ers last night, Tyrese Maxey, will be joining the afternoon show, Unfiltered, with Ricky Bo and, the other guy, at 3 o'clock today.
Bill.
Billy.
Billy. That's
Billy
right.
C.
Yes, Billy C. So those two are going to have Tyrese Maxey on the show today at 3 o'clock. Looking forward to that. That's going to be awesome.
Wow.
So, 3 o'clock today, Tyrese Maxey joins Unfiltered.
That's great.
That'd be great.
Great to hear Maxey on with the crew, of course, and then having the game that he just did. Oh, by the way, the career that he's having at the age of 25.
Right.
Insane stuff. So, looking forward to catching him on my ride home.
Yeah. Nothing like a 25-year-old doing stuff in the city of Philadelphia. I feel like kinship, like literally when he got drafted, it was it was like the first guy where it was like, this guy is like, well, he was younger than me. He is younger than me, but he was like born the same year. And it's like, that's like and it was like one of those, like, here I am, like hanging out in my college, like apartment doing nothing. And like, this guy's now like,
I totally get the feeling. Andre Iguodala. AI. I get the feeling too.
Right. You talk about AI, about the experience of watching AI, how MJ handed the baton off to AI.
That was a little before my time from 96. I graduated high school in 99. But, yes, I'm with you.
Well, who was the guy, like 99, 2000, 2001?
That is interesting. You would say that. B. West?
B. West, that's probably because you do it naturally, I think, as a human being. Like, it's like, that's my...
Yep.
That's like, I can't believe he's my age doing that. It's like, last night I'm sitting on my couch as Maxey's kicking Embiid for 3, and I'm like, man, I don't feel so great. Probably should need to cut back a few. I don't feel like I'm in shape, and here's him 886 threes into his NBA career.
That's right. I still pretend that I'm 25. I'm 25 at heart, Ray.
Dude, you are 25. Oh,
that's
for
right.
sure. You are 25 at heart.
I'll always be 25.
Yeah. I mean, come on. All right, so first, what do you have this weekend?
What do I have this weekend? That's interesting you say that. First of all, tonight, Philadelphia Wings at Xfinity Mobile Arena.
That's right.
7 o'clock start. And so we start there Saturday morning, back on the airwaves right here, 10 to 1. Relaxing tomorrow night. Got a lot of running around to do to prepare for my daughter's birthday on Sunday. So, no, your boy will not be out in the town this weekend, unfortunately. And I'm missing a bachelor party for it.
For your daughter's birthday?
No, but for the Saturday, I got to run around. The wife is gone all week, so I got to do a bunch of stuff and make sure everything's good. Trust me, everybody knows where I'm going with this. If I was to go out Saturday night, it would probably not be a good idea.
Yeah, it probably makes sense.
Got to be on my game for the kids the next day.
It makes sense.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
So I'm going to hang.
Where's the bachelor party?
In Jersey. That's the one that got canceled when everybody was supposed to be doing this mile, working out.
Oh, that sucks. Yeah. That sucks.
I'm glad. I'm okay to miss that one, though, I guess, as much as I love Ryan and his family. But,
yeah,
the whole running thing kind of like, hey.
Yeah.
Have fun, though.
Right, have fun.
I'm thinking of you guys.
Yeah. All right. So from what you have going on this weekend to what we're watching this weekend, Sean Brace, what do we got?
Yeah, the more important stuff. Go ahead and hit me, Trish. It is the weekend watch list, and it's loaded, Ray, and for everybody out there. It starts tonight. Let's open up with some college hoops. Friday night hoops, hardwood edition. We have history being chased, and with only 3 games left in the Big Ten regular schedule, Michigan Wolverines, they look to lock in on a future number 1 seed, Ray, come bracket time. Let's start there in the Big Ten. Tonight, Illinois hosts Michigan at 8 p.m. Game is on Fox. The Wolverines are a 1.5 favorite. I'm telling you right here, right now, as a man that gave you out the shoebox bet last night, upset alert. The Illini, they might be the play here. If I was taking a wager or giving you a wager, I'm going to go ahead and take Illinois here, plus the 1.5 at home. Remember, the way to beat Michigan is shooting it from a downtown and, of course, making those. Illinois is averaging 11 three-pointers made per game, so that's something that could lead them to victory. History, though, the Red Hawks, Miami of Ohio, 3 wins away from a perfect 31-0 season. Now, in the 86-year history of NCAA tournament, Ray, only 20 teams have ever entered the tournament with a perfect record. How many teams actually won it all, though, after it was all said and done? 86 years. Give me a number.
2.
7.
Wow.
Close, yes.
Hey.
The most recent undefeated regular season was in 2021 when Gonzaga went 24-0. They had the number 1 seed, but lost to Baylor in the championship game. Miami of Ohio, they are second in scoring. They're averaging 91 points per game. I realize a lot of people aren't buying into them. They can, if they match up with the right team come tournament time, watch out. Watch out. They're 11.5-point favorites tonight. Don't bet against them. Good luck. All right, so from the college hardwood to the ring, Saturday night. How about this? Elimination Chamber, Ray Dunn. The ring. Listen, it's surrounded by giant steel structure covering from floor up to metal roof. One might call it a cell where hell might occur, but here's what separates the Elimination Chamber from the other match. There's a glass booth stationed in each corner of the ring that will contain 4 eventual participants. This is a write-up from ESPN. They say, quote, like on Netflix dating show Love is Blind, the glass containers are called pods. Unlike on Love is Blind, no one is expected to meet their soulmate outside of the pods, only heartbreak. That write-up's got me intrigued. It's the Elimination Chamber on Saturday night. 6 participants in the men's and the women's. Here's 2 names. L.A. Knight from the guys, the girls, Tiffany Stratton, lock it in. All right. From Saturday to
what am I missing?
That's Elimination Chamber. That's WWE.
Okay, I thought it was the wrestling world.
I threw a little bone to the
shout out
wrestlers
to the
out there.
people that enjoy that.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
You know, when it's something different, I'll check it out.
Oh yeah, you threw me a Love Is Blind reference there. I was like, all right,
that catch your attention. All right, to Sunday we go. Let's go ahead and hit on this first. Sixers return to action, taking on the Boston Celtics in Boston. Keep your eye on whether or not Joel Embiid will be out there. However, this is a big-time game that could probably sway some people if they do go up to Boston and find a way to win that game. Could be the return of Tatum. Game's on Peacock, 8 p.m. And then finally, the main course for some. Top Phillies pitching prospect, Andrew Painter, is scheduled to make his 2026 spring training debut as a starter, Ray, when he takes on the New York Yankees Sunday, March 1st. Painter is expected to be in the opening rotation. We know that the organization has a ton of belief, but we're trying to see what he looks like, and we'll have that opportunity to do so on the other side of surgery Sunday.
Go to Phillies. Woo, woo, woo.
Yeah, I'm in on that.
Yeah,
I'm in on that.
Elimination Chamber, no?
No, I'm out
All
of
right.
the Elimination Chamber.
Miami of Ohio tonight?
Depending on what I have in terms of a setup, I have a feeling I'm going to be on one of those planes as that game is happening.
All right.
Wait, no, 7 o'clock?
6 o'clock.
6 o'clock.
Yep. A little early tip there on a Friday night.
Yeah.
8 p.m. we got Michigan and Illinois. That's a good game.
Yeah,
too,
8 p.m. That's when I'll be on the plane that doesn't have anything because I'll be one of those small, jumping from Charlotte to Birmingham. But I think I'll be able to catch. That might be a little beer at the Charlotte airport,
There
a little
you go.
Bojangles action, a little Miami of Ohio. I now have, you know how sad this is? Not only do I have the Bojangles in the Charlotte airport that I like now, I've now found a bar at the Charlotte airport that I enjoy, which I feel like is new levels of I need to find more direct flights to the locations that I'm going because I find myself there in Charlotte too much. Today, I've had Bojangles so much this season.
Man, that's just rubbing it in. That's salt in my wounds over there,
I know.
man.
It's just amazing. It's amazing.
I'm a Bows guy.
Yeah. Don't worry. I'll send you a picture of the post tonight.
We do have Villanova in action taking on St. John's, and that is a whiteout, too, as well this weekend on Saturday as well.
Yes. And Slick Rick.
Slick Rick, yeah.
White suit.
Whiteout. It's going to be tough because I did watch that game at Xfinity Mobile Arena. And St. John's is a better team. They just got waxed, too, against UConn. Right now, you're looking at St. John's 5.5-point favorites here. That game is tomorrow at 8 p.m.
Can I say something right now while we mentioned the Painter conversation in Pitching Sunday, and that's obviously going to be awesome. I'm going to be dialed in for that one. I got a Temple men's game Sunday at 2, so I'll be dialed into that. But I'll have, as I'm getting ready for the game, I'll have a little look down, at the side here. I've got the computer next to me. Phils this afternoon through an inning in 2/3 of the Aaron Nola experience.
What are you about to say?
A couple of strikeouts. Fastball looks like it's up back 92-ish, which for the start of spring training, not bad at all.
I want to give a lot of love to Philly Sports Trip. Sorry, they got a lot of logos down there.
Oh, yeah.
They do really good work.
I'm starting to feel something.
Aaron Nola, yeah?
I'm starting to feel something.
All right, well.
You know what? You could have your Sixers or contenders in the East in the 11 o'clock hour. I'm going to have my old man. Nola's making me feel some type of way.
Today, they're contenders for the East. Now, I'm not saying that's going to happen Sunday night, but I'm telling you right now, they are contenders for the East.
Oh, we're pulling it. Don't worry. We'll have it for Monday. All right, coming up, we got the YouTube chat recap. We'll get you set for the weekend as, man, It's Friday.
Oh, yeah, baby.
Thank God it's Friday.
Amen to that.
YouTube chat recap coming your way. Up next, here on Middays with Marks.
Nope.
Marks comes back on Monday. So this is going to be probably the last time for a while the person sitting in this chair is pro Nola and at least questioning what exactly Otto Kemp's going to do for this team this season. Because, usually it's the reverse where this chair is anti-Nola and praising everything that Otto Kemp's ever done. Aaron Nola, pitcher for the Phillies in spring training today, was ready to get himself out of an inning. Fly ball induced to left field. Who's the left fielder today? One Otto Kemp. Kemp just crashing himself into the wall as the ball hits the warning track and bounces its way. A double run comes in because he didn't touch the baseball. I sound like Ricky Bo. Because he didn't touch the baseball, they don't call errors anymore. So it's not an error on Otto Kemp. It's just the fact that he's still learning how to play left field. And that's the part of the growing pains. Difficult. Tough go there for one Otto Kemp.
He was not in the zone on that one.
No. That's for sure. No, certainly not in the zone. Get in the zone, though. Out of zone. Oh, yeah, this weekend, looking forward to the Andrew Painter debut of the spring. Be, 2 years to the day, we're saying?
Yeah, it's something that we've all been looking forward to. And, I don't know how long he'll go. We just want to see the mitt popped and, some movement. Because like you said, with Nola, you just look up at the screen. You're like, man, all right, he's got some movement on that ball. Nice cutter.
Good.
Got it working. But, again, from Painter, it's new. It's a fresh player, of course, but it's something new for this team. And there's only limited players that are going to make, a difference that haven't been here before, right?
By the way, three years to the day since the last time I pitched in Grapefruit League action. I was like, 2 feels way too recently.
How about that?
Yeah, we've been waiting a while for this. But good to see that. We mentioned yesterday our boy Colin Newby down there in Clearwater getting the video of Zach Wheeler throwing off the mound. That's also some encouraging stuff from down there.
Did see that. Now, the question I have for you is, we were throwing a grade out for Bryce Harper.
Yeah.
As far as his tenure with the anniversary tomorrow. And I'm pretty sure Bill is going to run with that before he gets Maxie on the show, which is
correct.
Good. It's a nod to you.
No, I appreciate that. Yeah.
And I'll probably be running it tomorrow as well. That's another nod for you.
Appreciate that.
So with you filling in for all 5 days, John Marks, give me a grade for you. How do you think you did?
For me?
Yeah.
Well, if I gave B to B, I can't be in the B category. I probably got to be somewhere like a C,
no,
C plus.
No.
Well, I mean, you just think about it.
I would tell you Monday, Thursday, and Friday, it was more along the lines of an A. I don't know Tuesday and Wednesday.
Hey, why was that, Sean?
I don't know. I was just in the back of my mind. I thought Monday, Thursday, and Friday were really good shows.
I thought we had 5 solid shows all week long. Yeah,
Amy's great.
We have 5. We have a good club. We got a good show.
I didn't get in my car on Wednesday, so you had Amy both days, correct?
Amy both days, yeah.
And she's fantastic.
Oh, yeah. Amy and I have a great time working
Amy's
together.
a stud, right? Like, what she does on television, she makes that look really easy. She is darn good at what she does.
Absolutely. Yep. And I enjoy working with her a ton. So, yeah, I think we had good shows across the board this week. But for me specifically, this is a point guard role here. A point guard's only as good as those around him. So,
I like that.
I'm dishing here. I feel like I had my 2s are just scoring left and right.
But, I would say, Maxie brings the ball up a lot, and he's number 1 in franchise history, right?
And knocking down 3s. That's a really good point. Yeah.
Ray, don't be so hard on yourself, man.
There was a joke I was going to make. I don't want to make it.
Yeah. What? You in 3s?
I wasn't making any jokes there.
You got through the whole week, Ray.
I did. That's why.
Don't mad at you
Enjoy
yet.
the win, man.
Just enjoy the win, Ray. Enjoy the win.
Oh,
Hold it together, 7 more minutes.
I'm going to try my best here, Trish. I'll try my best to hold this together. All right. Let's get to the YouTube chat recap.
Let's do it.
It's time for the YouTube chat recap.
How about filling us in? Let me tell you something else, man.
Watch us live on YouTube every single weekday.
I can't lie. Let me tell you something.
It's the Middays with Marks YouTube chat recap.
What we got?
Look at the wins and losses since Harper showed up. Not only does he get an A, but he brought interest into each game during the year. There have been playoff disappointments, but every game draws interest. Arm off from the YouTube chat.
Yeah, I mean, that's true. I just gave a...
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is true. He's right. It comes with everything, right? It's not just about his performance at the dish and what he's doing out in the field. It's everything, encapsulated in everything. The era, everything that Harper has changed since he has signed. You cannot give him anything less than an A.
Yeah, I agree. I'm just saying, when we start to do, because I have a feeling that tomorrow when you're on from 10 to 1 in for Kevin Cooney, that there's going to be a conversation about how it applies to the other superstars in town.
Yes.
And if we give credit for Bryce for the exciting summers, even some of the summers where he didn't play all through the summer, but the guys that were here because it was Harper was here, do we give credit for exciting winters for other guys? That's just kind of where I'm going with this.
I love an exciting winter.
Yeah. Hey, listen, we need a winning winter to go with the successful summer. All right. I don't love the winter. This winter has been the closest thing to make me want to move.
It's been tough. It's been tough.
Of all time.
Thank God no more snow. Well, this week.
Careful, Sean.
Careful.
This week. Obviously, we got a long way to go.
I don't think, I'll say it. I'll be the one to say it. If we get through next week without snow, I feel pretty confident.
There's always that one. There's always that one. It's like the first week of April.
No, I can't be going to. I bought the ballpark pass, man. I can't be going to Phillies games in the snow. I don't live in Denver.
Phil was right. He's heard all the hateful things we said, and he was like, winter is here.
Nah, heard not what we said. By the way, that was not this program that disparaged the groundhog. That was unfiltered, all right? So if you got a problem with the way the groundhog's been treated, that's unfiltered. I'm calling PETA on unfiltered, the way they were talking about Punxsutawney Phil a couple weeks ago. Mostly on Silvana. Silvana's a hater of the groundhog. I don't understand that, all right? I love a good tradition.
She may have had a point with the whole cold winter thing.
It's not the groundhog's fault. Leave the groundhog alone. I've also found out that that's a massive, party tradition up there.
Oh, God, yeah.
I didn't realize that. I'm
you
so
go?
in. Yes.
Big tourist time. But it's all over by 8 a.m., I think.
Even better.
Even better for me.
And I don't think they sell alcohol.
No, that's BS.
I did look that up. No, because they're not Amish, but they're Pennsylvania Dutch. You're right. You might be able to bring it.
Yeah.
But they do not have alcohol in the vicinity.
comes strapped, all right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And we don't want you tailgating in the parking lot. Uh-huh. All right, sure. Whatever you say.
Exactly.
What's next?
Speaking of hitting the big one late, Ray, is being the face of the franchise and winning an MVP the criteria for you to give an A? Dawood Spriggs from the YouTube channel.
Dawood Spriggs.
Winning a pennant, winning an MVP to get an A, to be on the A line? Yeah, that's about right. Getting yourself to finals to get yourself at least in the A category. That'd be the credit right there. Thank you, Dawood. I appreciate you checking in. What else we got?
The only thing flatter than the logger on my nightstand is Brace's takes. Andrew from the YouTube chat.
Whoa!
Only thing flatter. What are my takes?
What's your take?
Yeah,
somebody specify here.
I've been here for 4 hours. I've been taking it up, all right?
People were a little upset on the text line at you today.
About
what?
They just think your takes are trash and you're a little overdramatic.
Well, I can get down with the overdramatic part, but my takes, though, you got to come down with.
Yeah, what take specifically?
The one texter, I'd have to find it, felt that when you were talking about A.J. Brown, Joel Embiid, it is a media issue.
The facts are the facts. He missed the first 2 years of his whole career. Look at the numbers.
Okay, now you're going to lose me here.
No. He's played in half the games as much as he has played. Like when they roll that stat out there, that number is the number.
But in terms of that being his fault, I don't necessarily put that one on him.
It's a whole conversation that we've had. This is not media driven.
Well, the conversation happened in the media, and some folks with their take on Embiid, I think, go way over the top in their criticism of his health.
My issue is painting the media with this broad brush, and that's what VJ did. VJ did that. Look, you want to call people out. You know me. I call anybody out.
Right.
Hey, look, I give that person credit. Call me out. That's fine. You got an issue with that take. But don't paint everybody with this broad brush.
See, I feel like if you're getting bothered by it, though, you're starting to feel like you're a part of that.
I always get bothered by it, no matter what we're talking about. When people say, you don't hate the media enough. All right, well, call out. Who? What bothers you? What's the big reason? All right, I never told... Let me get it right. Media make it seem like he don't want to play basketball, close quote. That is exact words.
There are people that have said that work in the media. I don't know who specifically he's talking about when VJ says it, but there are people that suggest that Embiid doesn't have the desire to play.
Name them.
Name them?
Yeah.
I'll go find the talking heads. I could probably find you 5 clips if you gave me 5 minutes here.
This media member.
It's not you, Brace. He's not talking.
I use that term loosely.
My guy, VJ, not talking to you.
Yeah, well, that's good.
All right, what do we got next?
Sean looks like a Guess Who character with those glasses on. Greg from the YouTube chat.
Yep.
Yeah.
Great game, too. Still play with my dog.
Well, yeah, big fan of the Guess Who.
Yep.
Yeah, that's a good one. I don't know if Guess Who is where I went with that. Librarian, for sure. That librarian. We got you like a wig. I got you for a good librarian.
Replace the hat with a wig.
Yeah. I guess there could be bald librarians. I don't think we needed the wig. Yeah.
I felt like I looked like Junior Soprano, but that's all right. I'll take that.
All right,
Add to the bit, you know?
All right, what else we got?
Sean, all you need is a wig, and your Mrs. Doubtfire costume is ready for Halloween. Fran from the YouTube chat.
That's good. I can get down with that. I bought the wrong glasses. They're girl glasses.
It's all right. They're fashionable for a lady.
They don't look horrible. Maybe don't wear
Horrible.
them out,
I feel horrible.
Yeah.
Grief.
Yeah.
Well,
They
I'm
look
getting the same
horrible.
exact brand/style, but just green. So here they come next week. All
Is
right?
that it? Is that what we got
Yes,
for the
that
YouTube
is
chat?
it.
All right.
Nice work. Trish, great job. I'm looking forward to tomorrow, 10 to 1.
Yeah, good stuff, Trish. Good work this week, producing 3 days. Shout out to Robin and Dutsy for the work they did this week as well.
Yeah.
Nate and Dutsy, the work they did in the back. Johnny
Except for
Marks,
Monday.
back on. Yeah, except for Monday. Yeah, Nate's back there. I'm tired because he had to get up for the morning show today. It's because he had a 4-day work week. This is what happens. You fill in. When the morning show fills in for you, you fill in for them. Being part of a team, Nate.
Back on Monday.
Back on Monday with Johnny Marks. Looking forward to that. Thanks, everyone, for tuning in. Coming up next, Unfiltered, they got Tyrese Maxey.